There we are.
And we're in.
Back
We're
like we never
live,
left.
sir.
What a fucking week, man. Like, what
Man,
a... I can blink and it's back to the grind, you know?
blinking it's over.
Dude,
Blinking you'll never see it again.
literally. Honestly, I was going to say it was like just like yesterday I was in Tennessee, but it literally was just yesterday I was in Tennessee.
Yeah, there you go.
Just can't really make that joke.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't sure when you're getting back, but I figured get back on Sunday. That'd be my
Oh, come on. They
be my
they need
guess.
me. They need me back in the office.
Yeah, they definitely need you. They
Yeah.
said, "Yeah, get your ass back here, buddy. You don't need
Buddy,
off any more than that."
let's get you. You got your 2 days. Get the fuck back in here. Come on.
Yeah, I see.
Get you back. Thought you were gonna get away with it too. Came back, 252 unread emails plus 200 notifications.
There you go. Yeah, is what we call that.
I swear, you get to like this mindset when you come back, where like your response to everything the morning you come back to work is like, "Hey, I'm just catching up on my emails and stuff." And it's
Yeah,
the old reliable, just kind of in
sure,
the back pocket.
sure.
But yeah,
Sorry,
what
I've
a
been
trip,
out of
man.
office.
Yeah,
And they're like,
I,
"Yeah, well,
the office still moved,
need you to
so
handle this shit."
yeah, I
I
need you to
said, "Oh,
figure it
okay.
out, guy.
My
Need you
bad."
to see these things while you're sleeping. Come on, pal. Um, yeah, so I had that was the first time I came across that. I don't know if you've come across the one where you come back to the office and you question whether your out of office auto response went through because you can't see it.
Uh, I haven't had
Had
to do that
had that
yet, so
today.
okay.
Had that one going on today, so I had to
Sure.
verify with my coworkers, like, "Hey, this did go out." They're like, "Yeah, no, it did." I'm like, "Okay." So otherwise, clients are thinking, "Hey, this asshole just didn't get back to me for like
Literally
3
just not
days.
hitting
Like,
me. Yeah,
just
as
I
being a
need
piece of
this
shit.
out." Yeah, which I mean, it could be true. I ain't gonna, allegedly it could be true. But took a trip this weekend with the fam to Tennessee.
Yep.
Um, boy, that's quite a good land right there.
Yeah, not too bad, huh?
It's
Not too bad.
just, everyone's just happy. Like
Yeah, everyone's feeling good about themselves.
there's like a feeling around California, like everybody wants to shoot you. Like, that look of like,
They look at despair.
yeah, that look of like they just want to get a two-piece and McChicken, and get a little kill streak going on, maybe a little Harrier inbound.
Yeah,
You're like, okay, we can't do that. Go across, Tennessee. Everybody's just happy to see you. You went to
sure.
it was baptized into the Waffle House.
Okay, yeah. It's not bad.
That's an experience.
Not bad.
An experience. I didn't know fully. I understand where the SEC fellas get their size. I will say that because,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
the breakfast you get your hash brown bowl.
You can
You
get it
get
all.
you get your just standard waffle with
Sure.
chocolate chips and peanut butter chips on that sucker. Side
Sure.
of grits, your coffee, your chocolate milk, your orange juice if you wanted, and it's just like it gets to the point where you're kind of like, hey, this is a little much, but I'm like
Yeah.
happy about it.
But you're not mad at all.
No, and then you start chowing down and you get to a point, and you'll know this one where you kind of sit there and you got to like evaluate, like, do I have the horses in the barn to get this done? Like,
Yeah.
do we have the troops that we need?
Sure.
Unfortunately, we didn't. So we had to take some things home, but best rest assured, when we're watching that Big Ten championship game, I'm sitting there chowing down the leftovers, eating
As you
half a
should.
waffle and
As you should.
some grits. It was beautiful. Got to meet my baby niece for the first time. She's a cutie. It's a little different, being an uncle's first time. So you're like,
Yeah.
I'm
Don't want to
supposed to be
mess up.
yeah, I'm supposed to be a responsible one, but
Sure.
tell her, hey, between you and me, I don't know, I don't know what's going
Yeah.
on here. So
I'm not sure how to do this.
yeah. So you guide me. I'll listen to you. You listen
Sure.
to me. We'll have a little dialogue. Um, so that was great. Hung out with the fam. Took a fishing trip. So the funny part about the fishing trip, we surprised my dad with a fishing trip.
Mhm.
Didn't know this till we were going to get ready to go. My parents were bringing a check luggage for themselves, and they were also bringing another check luggage full of
Okay.
toys for said niece.
Sure.
So I was told I have to pack in a carry-on. Packing 4 days, some decently cold weather,
Yep.
carry-on, not ideal.
Yeah.
Um, so when we went fishing in the morning, it was 16 degrees, so that was
Ooh.
nice.
Oh,
Just to
yeah.
get you feeling
Oh, yeah.
pretty good.
Sure.
Um, so we kind of improvised and we used what we had from California cold. It had some Nike sweatpants underneath some, 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 uh, some, 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 Carhartt long sleeve, the Nike Thermal Tech, which hey, shout out to that Thermal Tech. That shit's legit.
Okay.
That stuff does hold some heat.
It works.
We got the Carhartt jacket on top, and I don't know if you've used those little hand warmers.
I have not. No. Never needed to.
They're pretty good, but I will say the design. I'm quite certain that they made this saying we could just get people looking like they're jacking off this whole time because you have to take the bag.
Yeah.
And they say to shake it in a leftward motion. And there's beads inside of it. So you tell me, they say you're activating them.
Yeah.
So I'm just standing there on the side of the lake looking like I'm just fucking jerking my shit. I'm like, all right, well, I mean, I'm cold, so I gotta, I gotta get warm
Yeah.
one way or another. Didn't catch a thing. We're in the development stage of trying to figure out where these damn fish are as far as
Sure.
discovery and whatnot. It was good to get out with the boys. I don't know if you've known this, but I've been notorious for when I go fishing, I catch trees behind me. I'm not really sure how I do it. It's
Okay.
just been a skill since I was a kid.
Yeah.
My dad likes to say he was good at it, so that was what was passed down.
Sure.
This time it was my brother who caught the tree.
Okay.
Got the tree, got it pretty good.
Very nice.
So I was feeling pretty good. I was like, hey, I might not have caught anything, but at least I didn't get the tree. So I was feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah.
I will tell you the McGriddles down in Tennessee, they're like the old school early 2000 McGriddles. Like, I think there's some different things that California's using in these things because like the syrup was runny again, and it like, what I'm talking, that authentic taste from when you were a kid where you'd bite in and like, this is the McGriddle.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I had that moment, just absolutely beautiful. And then ate a fried bologna sandwich that was like 6 or 7 pieces deep and just fried okra on the side, a little Dr. Pepper. And you're feeling good. You're feeling like you're on top of the world. So yeah, it's a great trip. My flight got delayed coming back by about an hour. And thankfully the Rams left me in so much suspense before I got on the plane that thankfully they gave me that extra half hour in line so I could see the game end because I thought it was over when we're up like 42 to like 30. Guess not. Josh Allen said, I'm gonna
give this one a go.
Keep going. I'm watching him run down the sidelines and I'm like, no problem. He's wasting time. Just tackle him. Oh, he stiff armed one guy. Oh, he juked another guy. Oh, he's still running. That's a problem. So that was a good thing to get in there. And then you get home probably like 10:55 or something, but you can't just go to bed because you're hungry and whatnot. So I did what every great man's supposed to do in Southern California. I decided to hop in my whip and go down to In-N-Out and get myself a nice 3x3 with a fry.
Oh yeah, as you do.
But then you got to stay up a little bit longer because you don't want the stomach, issues, and coming back up and all that shit.
Sure.
But I would say it was well worth the trouble.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't have to watch USC lose this weekend, so I felt pretty good.
It makes everything feel a little bit better. That's for sure.
It does.
That's for sure.
What did was it nice and quiet all on your western front, or did
there wasn't much.
trying
to think. What happened this weekend?
It's a good weekend.
Friday.
Yeah,
I don't. Why can't I remember what I did this past weekend? What happened on Friday?
Probably some Assassin's Creed going on the big screen.
Yeah, there was a little bit of that here and there.
Okay.
Why am I blanking? I can only remember what happened yesterday. Yesterday was a wait, no. Yesterday?
Got blacked out on Saturday.
Dude, I might have.
Might have, like, subconsciously.
No, and I literally can't remember. I'm actually trying to remember what, because I didn't watch a lot of the. Oh, this is what Saturday. Okay, yeah, Saturday, pretty chill. Coached in the morning, nothing crazy.
Okay.
Then basically just hung out at the house.
Love that.
Didn't do much of anything. Watched the
SEC championship.
Got some food, went to my parents because my mom was out for my sister's track meet, so watched basically, let's call it half of the ASU game and then about half of the SEC championship game with my dad, then went back, home because we were going to we had like a staff Christmas
Oh, little Christmas
party
party.
thing, kind of.
Yeah.
Nothing too like serious, but we went early. Me and my girlfriend went because we were going to that night 10-year re-release Interstellar IMAX. So
Hey.
got transported. So
That's
basically
why we
pulled up.
couldn't remember it.
Yeah, because I was
Makes
not on
sense.
this planet.
You're on Mars.
Um, so yeah, honestly, the
Yeah.
the Christmas party, apparently that thing ended up going from like 5 to like 10:30. So people were getting fucked up. Um, and mind you, my boss is like, he's an old school guy. Like he's
Yeah.
probably what? How old is that guy? He's probably 70,
But he could throw back with
60.
those
Yeah,
festivals.
oh, he was. I walked in, gave me Jello shot. I said, "Oh, okay. I gotta leave
This
here
is
at
the
some point." So So I had 2 Jello shots. I had a beer.
Good.
Obviously ended up staying there for about 2 hours, so
Sure.
good to
Let that
drive,
go through the
everybody
system.
alright, so
Yeah. Yeah.
everyone calmed down.
Chill. All
Um,
right, folks.
and then people were, like, showing up, and people were, like, drunk. I was like, "Dang, okay, this is really the staff party here." People are just they don't care. Then we
Getting
left,
mitzy.
went to the movie, um, and then I actually found out today that one of the guys who was there, our like, counselor, was
Yeah.
like, "Dude, thanks for leaving when you did, because we left right after you somewhat." So, like, I
Oh.
basically was the one that pulled the trigger. I already knew that I was gonna leave. I just said, "Hey, bye. I'm out of here." But
Yeah.
basically, apparently, there were other people that wanted to go that didn't want to be the first one. So he was basically like, "Hey,
Uh,
thanks for being the one." I'm like, "I didn't even realize, but you're welcome, I guess." So, um, but apparently, people
trendsetter.
were there until like 10:30. I was like, "Holy shit, people are getting lit."
How many Jello shots these folks having?
They cleaned out the whole thing. There was a tub of,
A
like, Jello,
tub?
or, like, not a tub, like a plastic,
Yeah, like a plastic little bin.
bucket, yeah, like a little, just like a normal, nothing too big, but, deep enough, so there
Yeah,
were
we can get a couple racks in there.
oh, we got about 30 to 40 Jello shots in there for sure, minimum,
Rocking an
minimum.
extended mag of the Jello
And then they
shots.
had all the drinks on it. They had wine, they had drinks,
Right?
you could make yourself a mixed drink, they had
Ooh.
the whole thing. They had this buffalo chicken dip that was wow, pretty incredible. And there was like an outdoor like cabana. It was like a little like they had a cover over. It was like outdoor kitchen area. Had a little TV up. Had the
Little
Oregon
gazebo.
Penn State game on. I was like, this is a
Ooh.
we're feeling good over here.
Yeah, we're
I
vibing.
went to the movie. Movie was a vibe. Movie was a vibe. Then Sunday was basically a sleep and do nothing. Wake
Button
up.
seat, beer in hand.
Yeah, no beer,
Okay.
but ordered some breakfast. Just kind of vibed out.
Sure.
Watched the Eagles game, then I had to go to a banquet, so went to our cross country banquet from like 4:30 to like 6ish.
Sure.
Then went out to dinner with my girlfriend and her cousin's boyfriend, and then her sister or whatever. So we all went and got some dinner.
Sure.
This little sushi place. It was a good vibe, and yeah, it was pretty low key weekend. Nothing too out of the ordinary. I'm sure that the Christmas party could have ended up being
It could have been. It could have
Could have ended
adapted.
up being something, it could have been
Yeah.
there the whole night. They were like, "Oh, just, like, come back after." I'm like, "I'm seeing Interstellar, so
I won't be
I'm gonna
back
get
then.
out at about 11:30, so I'm not
You
gonna make it back."
honestly, Interstellar might have saved you from waking up with just some random wreath on your head and like someone's ugly Christmas sweater that you don't even know. Nobody showed up with an ugly Christmas sweater, but you ended up with one. And now we got to do a whole investigation of whose Christmas
Yeah.
sweater. So it's just this might have been for the best. Like, hey, but yeah, it's kind of insane though when you see like these work Christmas parties. Like, it's kind of like a war effort. Like some
Oh,
folks,
yeah.
it can get a bit mixy. You know,
Oh, yeah.
it's like
People kinda, like, they, like, live for it,
my
like, that's what they're, like, waiting for all
my
year.
girlfriend had her work Christmas party this last Friday, and she was telling me she's like, yeah, she's like, I didn't realize like talking to some folks like some of them are pretty miserable. And I
Yeah.
just started busting up laughing. I'm like, yeah, like sometimes you just talk at a work
Yeah.
party and you just hear like the one of the old companies I used to work at was like, Yeah, I've been divorced twice, I'm still paying child support, but when kid turns 18, I'm gonna have a party and I'll be able to get my favorite
Sure.
car back and they finish that whole spiel and they're
Sure.
like, "So what's your story? You've been married?" And you're like, "I'm 24. I play
It is
video games and I like to go to the gym, but I don't have any child support payments." And they're like, "You married? No. Good. Keep it." And you're like, "All right, this is what we're doing."
it is pretty funny if or like when like I get to see like some of my coworkers like actually drunk. Like I'm like, "Oh, bro, what
Just
are you
having
doing?"
no idea what to do.
Yeah, like what are you doing right now, man? Like, come on. We ain't got time for this.
A 7-year-old drunk can be either entertaining or you
It
gotta keep
it was it
911 on
was
speed
funny.
dial.
It was funny though because the day before we had like a rally. Well, this was a funny way to start the week. Like it's Friday, right?
Right.
So we have a rally and it's Shadow Day.
What's
The
Shadow Day?
date like middle schoolers come to like
Oh, okay,
school for
okay,
the
okay.
day, and come like hang
Gotcha.
out. So we start the day with like me and my boss, my boy Scott, basically being thrust upon by like we have a job from now 11 to 12. We have to entertain the 46 Shadow Day kids because there was a mix up in the schedule and we got to figure out what to do. So we show up like, okay, what should we do with these little shitters? Like, what are
Dodgeball.
we gonna do?
It
Yeah, we could, but it's like 46 kids. Like, it's not like one class. Like, that's a lot of kids. Like,
yeah.
they were like, oh, just like play like horse with them or something. Like 46 kids. We don't have the facility for
Facilities
that.
to
Like,
achieve this.
so we ended up like just coming up with an idea. Like, okay, honestly, it'll probably work out. How about we just have all of our captains come up and they can say a little thing about their sport, answer a question here or two. We milk a little bit of time,
Yeah, yeah,
and then maybe
elongate some
we
things.
do one of the rally games for them because they would have been at the rally and seen it. So that's what we came up with, and we were like, okay, perfect, should be fine.
Sure.
Mind you, for the rally, we're playing a faculty versus student basketball game
Oh, so we're getting
for the
mixy.
rally. So we're getting mixy. And I'll tell you what, whew, that thing will get you tired now. It was 10-minute, so it was supposed to be 10 minutes, right? Running clock. I did
Yeah,
not start because I'm like, all right, you guys play, and then I'll come in if I need to play.
sure.
I haven't played basketball in like ever. Like I don't play
Yeah.
basketball at all, so I didn't practice at all. I'm just gonna go out there and run around. So I'm bricking layups. I'm going to the free throw line. We're going 1 for 4 from the line.
We
It's
got one.
not a
We
good.
got
We got one. No, I hit my. It was funny too because I got fouled, right, and I got hacked. Like I was getting hacked out there. I'm like,
hack a
what's going
shack
on?
at her. What in
It
the
was hack a shack because I was gonna miss the free throw. I absolutely like bottom of the net swish the first one. I'm like, okay, I am that guy. I come up next one, just grazes the front of the rim, almost an air ball. I'm like, okay, not a good look. But basically, we have this teacher, right? She is me think about how I want to say this. She's Indian,
Okay.
thick accent, So she's like
Mhm.
she's from there.
From the land.
And she was like, I want to play in the basketball game. And then my boss was telling me that last year she wanted to play and never got subbed in. So he felt so bad. He's like, she's got to play. I'm like, I'll let her start.
Starter.
And then
Let's
let's
see
put
what
her
happens.
out there. And mind you, like the girls really want to win. Like they're
Right.
not playing. And just because like we're got like, most of us are adult guys, but it's not like we're good
Yeah.
and or in shape and or like can like make a layup either. Like it's not like we're
It's a
going
fair
down the
squad. It's
yeah,
fair.
it is pretty fair. Like we were definitely better than them, but it was just so basically long story short, this lady asked like, "Can we practice?" I'm like, "Practice? We're not fucking practicing for the game." And she asked on 2 separate occasions, "Can we practice?" Boy, she should have practiced. We show up and in between when we're getting ready to play the game, we're doing a little warm up shooting like for 5 minutes. Somebody shoots the ball. She is not looking, turns ball in face, bleeding out of her forehead. Zach, we need an ice bag. Is there ice in the kitchen? I'm like, I don't know, dude. What happened? Like she got hit. And then my boss comes around. He was like, this is a This is actually my plan because I don't want her to play. I'm like, there's no way that you set this up for her to play so she doesn't play. So then we start the game, and the girls, like some of the other students, are working the clock, so they don't know
Yeah.
what the hell's going on. It's supposed to be 10-minute running clock. Clock's barely running. This game's like 15, 20 minutes, no timeouts, no breaks.
Oh, we don't got the facilities.
Brother, we did not have the legs. We did subs on the fly.
Just
Like,
get
you'd run
somebody
down
in
the court and so come in, and then I go out. So then I did like 4 actually running up and down the court where I sprinted up, I sprinted back, sprinted up, got a block, went down, got a layup, the whole thing. After 4 trips, coach, call the timeout, coach. So I'm basically 5 minutes into this game, and I've been running up and down. And I was debating, like, am I gonna try and dunk in this game if I
Yeah.
get a breakaway? And mind you, I don't have the right shoes. We're slipping and sliding out there. Like, I don't have basketball shoes. And I
Yeah.
haven't, like, worked out or done anything athletic really. So I'm like, I don't even know if I could. Like, if I really went up, like, could I do
My
it?
hammies give me the.
Can I get up there? And in theory, yes. So I'm doing the breakaway, and I got one fast break. Like, after
This
the
is
girls
it.
told me that they were, like, standing up. They were in the because they thought that I was gonna go dunk it, and I go to jump, and I'm like, I'm gonna get hung at the rim right now if I go up because I was so tired, and it was like my one last strength. So I just go up, but when I go up, like, I'm kind of like, I can't lay it up off the glass, so I go for like a finger roll, bricks out, and then
Oh,
I literally run off, and I'm right in front of where all the seniors are sitting, and they're just booing me, and I'm like, God damn it! Like, I just bricked a layup in front of everybody.
oh my
It was so
God.
funny, but we ended up winning by 1 point. Technically, we were up 11-6, right?
Yeah.
So I score a layup, should have been an and one, and trust me, I yelled and one when I made it. So everybody knows
Should've been
what
the
it should have
call.
been. Should have been the call. Then I have a sweet little backdoor pass to my guy. He lays it up. We're up 11-6. I'm like, okay, this is barbecue
Feeling good.
chicken.
Ice
We're
this up.
cooking these girls right
Yeah.
now. So I'm like, I'm out. I'm sitting. I'm taking a break.
Is the lady coming in? Is the ringer coming in?
Well, that's the thing. I go to put her in. I
Yeah.
actually go over to her. I'm like, okay, you want to go in? And she was standing there getting ready to go in, and I say, come in for me, and she's like, oh no, I can't go in for you. I was like, you don't have a choice. Get your ass in the game right now. I gave you a 5-point cushion. It's not like it's 11-6, and it's been 10 minutes. It's not like we're scoring points here.
Yeah.
And then I look up because I'm not paying attention anymore. Like, the freshmen are sitting right there. They're chirping me. I'm like, oh, goodness gracious.
Fucked up. I should have just gone for it.
And the students are working the clock. So the next bucket they score, it goes from 11-6 to 11-10. And I'm like, I'm looking up. I'm like, hey, what's going on here? And no one's saying anything. I'm like, all right, we'll let them have it. Then they score again. So it's 12-11. And then a girl gets fouled, and she hits both their free throws. We're down 14-11 here.
Oh no.
So, and there's a minute 30 left.
So we got to make some subs.
And I'm like,
we gotta
and then
get the
so I
boys
look
back
at
in.
one of the guys in there, and he's like, he points at me. He's like, you're in. I'm like, all right, I'll come in. So I go down. We get a stop. This is just This is just like clutch basketballing. And
Yeah.
mind you, everyone's filming this whole thing, so I'm getting caught in 4K on everything. The group chat for our track group was going crazy, so it wasn't a good look for me. But let's just put it this way: they missed all my highlights.
Huh.
Every highlight.
Convenient, huh?
It's convenient that we didn't because I get fouled. I get hacked. I missed the first free throw. I'm like, okay, shit, this doesn't help us. We go down by 2 with like a minute left. So I'm like, all right, I'm probably gonna miss just cause I'm gonna miss this shit. Like, let me get this offensive board though.
Get it
Miss,
prepared.
bounces right, get my own rebound, pass it down low, lay up for my boy. We're down 1. And I was like, okay, now we need a stop.
Yeah.
We go down, and I'm like, let's batten down the hatches, people. We
Smack
get the
ground.
stop. We get the stop. Outlet pass to the freaking robotics teacher, and I'm like, I need to trail this guy because he's bricking. He absolutely bricks the layup so bad. I catch it. 10 seconds left. Put the layup in. We're up by 1. They come down the court. block, game over. See you later, ladies. Bye bye. We
Yeah.
win. We win by 1. Technically, we should have won by 3 because they gave them double points
You get,
halfway through the game, but it did make the ending a lot more fun. So I'll give it that.
yeah, I didn't know that they got a, one double points from COD Zombies. I didn't know that
They
was
got
in the
it. They got a
game.
double point.
Yeah, I
Yeah. So
figured more.
then, yeah. So that was basically.
It would have been so poetic if she would have had the game winner. Just blood on the face,
And
you
I
know.
and we gave yeah, like it was and then I honestly almost wanted because one of the girls was trying really hard because she wanted to win bad. So the last possession, I was guarding her, but I almost like I didn't tell her, but I was like, I'm gonna give you a chance to
I'll
make
give
it.
you a shot.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you a shot to win it for your squad. Here's your chance. Go to the lane. Goes shoots, and then I think they get another board, and then eventually it ends. Fucking get that shit out of here. You had your chance.
I gave you one and you
You
didn't
get
cash.
one because I want you could be a hero in front of the school. You could
But
hit the
not on the
game
second
winner
one.
over the team. No, not on the second one.
No.
Not on the second one. Get that shit out of here. But yeah, it was fun. That was Friday. So Friday was basically just like I don't even know what Friday was. Friday was just
Just chalked.
yeah. And then we had chili cheese dogs for lunch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was that whole day. It was like one of those days at school where it's just like it ain't happening that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I was subbing earlier in the morning, so I was just like doing random shit.
Yeah.
And then we have the thing, and then so after that there's a scavenger hunt for the Shadow
Okay.
Day people, and they go to each little area of the school, and like I give them a little sticker when they come into the gym or whatever bullshit. And then I told like some of the track girls that I coach, I'm like, hey, you want to come help the Shadow Day kids when they come up? And they're like, sure. They're like, when
Give
should
him the
we?
stickers.
They were no, they were like, when should we come up? I'm like, I don't like 11. I literally just called them out of class, and they come up. Nothing's happening. I'm just like, you guys just want to be out of class, and so we're all just hanging out, and I have the little sticker things, and they come in, and mind you, we were supposed to do our little assembly bullshit at like 11:15. It's 11:15. People are still doing the stickers for the scavenger hunt. I'm like, oh, so we're behind. So me and my boss are like, this is kind of working out perfect. We're not gonna have to do a game. We can just let people talk. So they were like 15 minutes behind. They do the little talk. I give all my stickers. We're about to go to lunch. I have my PE class, bunch of shitters, and we're waiting around. And I told the the same girls that I had come up, all of my athletes. I'm like,
Yeah.
um, you guys have to go back to class. They're like, yeah, but like, can you just tell our teacher that we're just gonna stay here? I'm like, I don't
All
really
right.
give a shit what you do, honestly. So they just hung out in the gym until they went to get their chili cheese dogs at 12:15. And
This sounds
then
so
and then
bad.
they came back up, and it's lunchtime, and we're just like hanging out because they're not doing anything else. And
Yeah.
we get to the last period of the day, and they're like, we really don't want to go to class. Can we just stay? We were watching a track meet actually because Maya was running, so we were watching. And I'm like, I'm gonna go down to my boss's office, and I'm gonna have a meeting. If you guys happen to not go back to class, what
Hey.
do I like? Literally, what do I know? I
Yeah.
go down, it's like an hour I'm down there. I come back up 10 minutes before school's out. They are still in there. I'm like, "You guys actually stayed here the whole class period?" And they were like, "Yeah, we're not going to class." And I'm like, "I didn't get a call, so I guess everyone just thought that they went home for the day." So, those kids literally did nothing all day. So, if any
That's the
parents hearing
best.
this, your daughters did 0 things on Friday, and it was because of me. I told them just not to go. There you
I
go.
can't wait to see the emails that you get from this, phone calls, just
Oh, yeah,
every
probably.
good thing. Now, for the chili cheese dog, are we talking the Wiener Schnitzel chili cheese dog?
No, so we had a big like Christmas boutique, and we had leftover a bunch of hot dogs and chili and cheese and stuff. So we had like over 200 hot dogs left. But we said
Chili cheese
we
dog.
we gonna
Oh,
load it up.
that just spells disaster. You know, like,
Someone probably didn't make it out, but
yeah. So, I
it'd
mean,
be all
that's
right.
just part of the casualties. You know,
Yeah,
those are the best days though. Like the days that you would have like a game or something like that, and like you just get to chill. Like
yeah.
you don't. Like your
Oh
teachers
yeah,
are
like
like,
I've had days
get
like
ready to
that
make
in high school at Damien where it just like So whatever, just that day, there's something not happening. You get called out of class one time, and then like you just never kind of find your way back.
I just never found my way to the door. You know,
Yeah, and
I
then you just go to someone else's class, and then someone's out there, and it's like, hey, like, what are you guys doing? Like, oh, we're like showing this kid like the facilities. You want to show him the track? Like, you're the track guy. I'm like, oh, sure, I'll go with that. Then by the time I get back, it's like, where were you? I'm like, oh, like I was over here. They're like, I honestly don't care. Like,
just get your
whatever.
bag and get the hell out of my class.
So yeah, good.
That's
It's
the
good
best
vibes
deal.
though.
Now, for your PE class, do we when you're subbing, actually, I should ask, are we more of a roll the TV and Bill Nye the Science Guy, bring out the worksheet, or are we just, I don't care what you do, I'm gonna be
I
doing
could
my
care
thing?
less really,
Okay.
unless the teacher posted an assignment for them to do, then they'll just do that. I'm just gonna sit there. Like I'm not teaching you anything.
We'll play Clash of Clans, and we're just gonna let this thing
Yeah.
keep
So
moving.
like if their teacher did not leave me an assignment for them to do, best believe we're not doing shit.
I think
We're doing a whole lot of nothing in there.
I think the best substitute teacher I ever had, his name was Mr. T.
Okay.
Um, had him for my German class, and for some reason, my German teacher would leave the fucking weirdest movies, bro. Like he's out for the day, and he told us he was going to be. And you
Mhm.
would think like we're watching just some simple German movie. We're watching Stalingrad, which shows the Germans getting like just freezing to death or getting run over by tanks
Sure.
when they attack Stalingrad. I'm like, all right. So I get up halfway through the movie. I'm like, I gotta go take a piss. I'm like, hey, Mr. T, can I go use the restroom? He's like, yeah, well, sure. And I noticed on his phone he's using his fantasy football. I'm like, "Oh, you getting your lineup ready?" He's like, "Yeah, I need some help. You mind helping me for a second? I'll give you an extra credit point." I'm like, "Fuck yeah!"
Sure.
So I'm literally standing there. This movie's going on, and I'm holding this guy's phone, and I'm looking through, and I'm like, "I mean, come on, we gotta start Justin Herbert. Come on,
Sure.
let's not fuck around." He's like, "But Russell Wilson." I'm like, "Justin Herbert, get him in." Okay. So I'm making some different adjustments, and he's like, "I'll give you one extra credit point for that." He's like, "But if I win this week, like, I'll give you an extra two." Lo and
Sure.
behold, he won. He won by a big margin.
Sure.
I got my 2 extra credit points. Got 3 extra credit points. But
Easy.
it just so happened that day, I'm like, I'm feeling good. I got an extra credit point. I don't really feel like watching the rest of this movie. So, you hit the bathroom, then you go
Yeah.
talk to your
You're
buddy.
you're
And
not there anymore.
yeah, and it's a football, it's a Friday before the varsity game. So you're just walking around chilling. Like you don't really want to do anything. You got your body a
Yeah.
bottle of Pedialyte for some reason because you got to
Sure.
carry that around. And it's just like you said, it's one of those days I just didn't quite make my way back to the class. That's
Yeah.
just kind of where, you know, everywhere I went was just not that door. It was a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of other doors.
You went through any other door you could
Pretty
find.
much. Yeah. Um, those are the best though, you know? Like I feel
Yeah.
like substitute teachers are some that take it just a little too serious.
Yeah. It's like it's
Like, it's all right.
yeah.
We'll
You
be
don't have
okay
to
if one
you
day
don't
we
have to be
don't.
that guy, yeah.
Yeah. There were some fun parts of school, but I'm just thinking, yeah, chili cheese dogs would be a tough one. I'm sure they tasted phenomenal, but I'm
They did taste
thinking
good,
like
I will say.
you must have been so sore after that game.
Honestly wasn't that sore. I was just tired.
That's good.
I was like, nah, the sore, I was good. I thought I would honestly be more sore, but I was good, but I was tired, I will say that.
Not the way I used to be.
No, 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 no. But I was never a basketball shaped guy. Like
Yeah.
that was just all it's just constant running. Like especially like when it's not like a in an organized game it's better because like someone
Got
scores and you take a
timeout, split
break.
second. Yeah.
Timeout, take a break, foul. Kinda chill for a second. They gotta go tell them at the scores table the whole thing. This was just like you're running back and forth.
So the
No
way that
breaks.
you were saying how that assembly went or that game, it was basically how the Turkey Bowl went this year.
Mhm.
Like it was just constant because I was playing receiver. It was just constant cardio. Like
Yeah.
I ran like 4 or 5 go routes in a row, and I'm like, all right, I gotta stop. Like they're not looking
Yeah.
my way for the go routes. I gotta start finding some different routes.
Yeah.
But even when you'd score, you'd immediately go back on defense. And our
Yeah, so you're
referee
tired.
ended up
Yeah.
playing, so he was
Sure.
supposed to be keeping track of the time.
Yeah, he wasn't doing shit.
It was just a mixer. But I know what you're saying. I was like, I mean, I was happy with my shape because I was like, okay, I wasn't dying.
Mhm.
I wasn't feeling the most comfortable, like been in better places. But it's good to know we still got it. You still got that in the back pocket if you need it.
Just in case, yeah.
Yeah, just in case. But I didn't get a chili cheese dog after. I did gorge on some turkey though, so that was something
Sure.
different. Yeah, man, that sounds like a great weekend. Seeing Interstellar.
Oh, yeah. It was a vibe.
I have to watch that movie again. It's just a good feel. coming up to Christmas movie season too, and I got to get them going, get all those things going. I actually have to put the wreath on my door.
Okay.
I don't know. Did I ever tell you the story how I got the wreath? Because I'm a cheap son of a bitch.
I don't think so.
So I did a Walmart order last year, and I don't check what they throw in my Walmart order. I just trust, they're the ones bringing me the goods.
Mm-hmm.
Pop the trunk, they put it in the trunk, close the trunk. Sir, you're good to go. I say, have a great night. Hit the 57, I'm out, going home. So I get home and I open up my trunk and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And everything's like in there, but it's all like tight. Like I'm reaching in there and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like nothing's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel up top and there's something fuzzy. I'm like, what the hell is this? I pull out just this random wreath.
Sure.
There's like a weird tag on it and it says urgent and it says for Brittany. I'm like,
Didn't get to Brittany.
I hate to tell you, Brittany, it's
You're
a
not getting
great
it.
wreath. It sits on my door. Phenomenal. So yeah, I got a wreath for free because I'm not buying
Yeah.
shit. First of all, my house looks like it's from the haunted mansion. So like, I'm not going out of my way to make it look Christmassy. But if I
Sure.
get a free wreath, I will throw that sucker up there.
Yeah. Won't say no to that.
But I feel bad. I feel like if I ever met Brittany, it'd be like, I know you probably think I stole it, but I really,
Mm-hmm.
I literally just opened my trunk and here it is. And if you think I'm driving my ass back to Walmart to say, hey, you gave me a wreath, I mean, that's
Yeah.
come on, man. Like we're not doing things like that. I'm a lazy
Yeah.
son of a bitch. But I do have to do that for Christmas and you gotta watch Elf, Christmas Vacation, The
Mm-hmm.
Grinch.
Sure.
I saw some new one that was going on with Ben Stiller, and I'm like, I don't know what. Like, I don't know about new Christmas movies. I just feel like they kind of had their time, and I don't think
Yeah.
we really. We just got to live with what we got. You know what I mean? Like, we
I
don't
hear
need
that.
to reinvent the wheel. The good ones are here. Um, I was thinking about it. I feel like Russell Crowe should go into Christmas movie season because he's already fat. So like,
Oh, that
get
wouldn't
out
be
of
bad.
Gladiator. You know what I mean? Like, let's
Yeah.
just get into Christmas movies.
Transition you into Santa.
Yeah, I think it would be good. Or just
Yeah.
like the uncle that shows up who just happens to be the booze bag.
Sure.
Like, I think it could be a good one. Or just literally just the fat guy of the movie,
Yeah.
which
That
every
could work
movie's
too.
got to have one for Christmas. I'm just thinking of some different career opportunities here.
That's
You
fair.
don't need
That's
to.
fair.
We don't need to try to put the circle through the square hole. It just doesn't need to happen. All right, I've talked enough shit for now. Do we want to go through our college football picks and then we could give our reactions to the top
Do it.
12?
Do it.
All right. We didn't do too bad.
No.
Texas really let us down.
Yeah.
I swear every single time I tell myself after Quinn Ewers chokes, I'm like, I'm not picking Texas to win the big game again when Quinn is starting because he just doesn't do it. And I just looked at this Georgia team and I was like, I think they're going to get beat by Texas. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think they'll get beat.
Sure.
The fact that you can't get me a touchdown until the fourth quarter is just tough. Like,
Yeah. What are we doing?
come on, son.
Let's be better.
Just give me one, man. You're in the red zone. Just give me one. But I mean, Georgia won with the backup quarterback.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a-
yeah, I just think they're shit. I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. It's all
I know. They're all every team I've
fucked.
seen this year is kind of shit. I'm not gonna
They're
lie.
all shit. It's all fucked. That's what I've been trying to tell people, man. Like,
Well, this
no,
is
your
fucked.
team's not good. I'm
But
sorry,
the other
man.
teams aren't good, so
That's
they're
what
all
I'm
not
saying.
good.
So you got a chance.
Everybody has a
You got
chance.
as good a chance as anybody, but you're shit. So there's that too. You
Piece
know,
of
like
shit rat.
it doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, if this is the
I
best
guess
that we
Oregon's
got,
good. I think Oregon's pretty good, but like
I think they're good. I
they
just
gave
don't
up
like.
so much. How many points they gave it to Penn State? Penn State's horrible.
They are so vulnerable on the ground. Like their rushing defense needs to get fixed now. Like that can't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
124 yards
unacceptable.
on the ground. Like if Penn State had a competent quarterback, first of all, I wish I would have recorded how pissed off my dad was with Drew Aller.
Really?
I haven't seen this man that pissed at a quarterback since Aaron Corp was a quarterback for USC. It actually ruined his night
He was
watching.
that checked?
Oh my God. He's like, I just want Penn State to beat Oregon or to give them a run for their money. And this fucking kid decides he's not going to play football correctly. And he told me, he goes, I'm sick and tired. Every time he makes a mistake, he goes to silent and the, oh, but I thought, and the, oh, what was me? He's like, I'm sick of that shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
this. It was the best part of the night for me. And I'm sitting there eating my leftovers from breakfast earlier. So I'm eating my Waffle House stuff like, "Yeah, you got a point there."
Yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't help that I know how to read the defenses, so I can tell him. He's like, "Hey, he was supposed to throw it here." I'm like, "Well, actually, based on the too high safety, you should have thrown it to the right
Actually,
guy."
you're wrong.
So, you're wrong, but he's also wrong. So, you know what?
He's a dumbass. So I mean, yeah.
Oh my God. I told him before the game, I said, "Look, I don't expect anything from Drew Aller. Okay. Expect nothing, and you shouldn't be disappointed, but you still are.
Yep.
I don't know how he's this bad of a quarterback with this many. Like, he's got so many talented weapons. Like, Tyler Warren is going to be one of the best tight ends in the NFL at some point if he can stay healthy.
For
Like,
some reason, that
he
guy's
is
the
really
greatest of all
good.
time.
Yeah, but I feel like he got hurt in the second half of that game because 7 catches for him on 8 targets is a little low.
If he's a strong old white boy, he gonna be all right.
Yeah, no, he'll be fine. I mean,
He gonna
he's
be good.
6'6", 257 from Virginia.
Yeah.
He's a big son of a bitch.
So who did man? Shout out Army. I mean, the one time you're on, the one time you go off the train.
I thought about it, and I want to take something from your page from your book last year. Remember how you said you had to go against USC so the boys would win?
Yeah, it's true.
I had to wake up Army. Okay,
Yeah.
I needed to show them, hey, time for you to step up. So I'll pick the other team so you win the game.
Sure.
And I'd like to think I helped my country. Supported my troops by giving them a common enemy.
There you go.
Now, would I have liked it if they would have proved me right every time I picked them instead of making me look like a dipshit and losing by 35? Yes. But
Yeah.
would I rather have Army winning that conference over Tulane? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that was we were definitely off on that. I mean, that was way off. Like the Texas one, we weren't way off. ASU, that's freebie. That's free cash. Those guys are
Yeah.
fucking rolling.
Boise State,
always
free
free cash.
cash.
It's always Jeanty. Always
Jeanty.
Oregon.
Yeah, Tulane. I was feeling pretty good about Tulane.
That Clemson SMU, man. I was watching it right before the movie was gonna start too. So I'm sitting in the theater,
Oof.
and my heart broke because I thought I
Thought the
really
boys
thought
did it.
I thought the boys
Got it to
had
overtime.
to come back, and then when the field goal went through, I'm like, they're out. I genuinely thought in my heart,
You thought Bama was in there out.
I thought it was it. I thought it was over. I'm like,
Uh,
the boys have officially died.
I felt like
Um,
when that kick went through, I thought the Colts, like I thought your heart sank because you knew that a
I thought
Sweet
they were
Bowl
gonna
was
do
coming.
it to him, but
Yeah,
then I thought about it. I'm like, they played tough though. Like if they would have got blown out, okay, but them boys didn't get blown out. They belong.
they did.
They
Them
belong in
horses
that
can
dance.
run.
Them horses will run if you let them. If
God,
you
some
let them
guy
get going out
gallop.
there. So obviously
Skattebo.
missed on the spread there, but the boys have a second chance. I was gonna pull up just the bracket. I was gonna share a screen.
Do
I
it.
have it over here.
I'm honestly glad. Just before we go, I did edge you out by one, but it's not,
Hmm.
it's not by much. I was happy for you though that SMU didn't get blown out because then it'd just be like, why did he pick SMU? And it's like,
Yeah,
I mean, the horses could run.
the horses can
And
run.
they
They got
can run.
legs.
I
So
I
here's
watched
what
it.
we got.
Man, this was.
Here's what we got.
Um,
I kind of like looking at this in like 4 pods of 3,
mhm.
you know,
Yeah, I
and
like that.
like thinking about it as like who's making a semifinal, like from the Tennessee, Ohio State, Oregon pod.
I think Tennessee's winning that one.
You think?
I think Tennessee beats Ohio State. I think Ohio State is in their head. I think they're so worried about losing a big game that they're
That
just
they'll
like
lose.
they're white knuckling it. You know what I mean? And if you go out there white knuckling, you're probably gonna make mistakes.
I was gonna stay Oregon, I think.
I think Oregon will win it over that, but I was thinking who's gonna win that first matchup.
Yeah.
Or you're saying who's coming out of that 3 pod?
I think who's coming out of that 3,
Definitely Oregon.
and I think it's Oregon.
I think the Ducks take that. Well, I don't know though, because their run defense really scares me, and Tennessee can run that rock.
Yeah. But yeah, and Ohio State could too, but I don't know if
I don't think
they
it could
might
give them
not be
a
able
passing
to
game.
stop them. Like,
That's the
them
thing,
boys will
because
put up
Wisconsin.
frickin' points, man.
Yeah,
Oregon's gonna score, 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 score.
yeah, it's a good point. I like Oregon coming out of there for
Yeah.
sure.
I would say, let's go Clemson, Texas, or ASU. I mean, this one, I don't even.
This might sound bad. I'm kind of leaning with Dabo.
I
I
was.
kind of think Dabo.
I think Texas, there's a world where they're dead.
I think so too. I think their heart just got fucking smacked.
On, they're like, we can do this.
Mm-hmm. Unless they start Arch.
Is there any chance ASU makes it?
I don't think so, man. I just like.
It's been fun, and like they're just gonna lose.
I just don't think Skattebo, because I think when you get to the playoffs, these are the best of the best teams. If you look at ASU's schedule, who they played, like Iowa State, yeah, okay, that's nice. I don't think there's anybody from the Big 12 that can match up to what either Clemson or Texas's defense can provide. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It would be so cool if Skattebo could make it out of that pod, but
Yeah.
I think they've reached
I'm
their
not.
pinnacle.
I think they have too. I don't. Clemson, man, I'm telling you,
They're getting hot.
they do not be surprised if these fuckers just Dabo finds a way.
Just backdoors into the fucking semifinal or quarterfinal, actually.
Yeah,
Would it
honestly,
be quarterfinal? No, it'd be semi.
it'd be
'Cause you get
semifinal.
yeah, semi.
Well, if they got to beat Texas to make the quarters, and then it would be
Yeah.
a game against Arizona State. The one that everyone's calling the easy little trio: Boise State, Penn State, SMU. Basically, everyone I've seen is just giving Penn State the free track.
I don't know. I
I
don't trust Penn State.
don't mind. Hon- it-
I don't mind Boise
I
winning that
don't
one,
mind
honestly.
Boise at all. I don't mind a thing about Boise.
I think Jeanty can run over both defenses
Like,
there.
I could just see Penn State losing.
Yeah, to the
Whereas
Mustangs.
I don't know if I could see Texas or Clemson losing to ASU, if that makes sense. Like,
I know exactly what you're saying.
but I could
Yeah.
see Penn State or SMU losing to Boise State.
I wish it was on the blue turf.
If it was on the blue, man, I'm telling you, they
Oh,
definitely win if it's on the blue. That's a scam that we need to address with the committee. I don't know how we do it. Do we just abolish the bowl games being a part of the quarterfinals and semifinals?
I think so, man. I get the money grab for it, but it's like it
Or
needs,
can
if we've already gone with this format, we're going to the NFL format. So it's like in the NFL, it's home games. Like that's why you play for these
is
top seeds.
every New Year's Six bowl game always at the same stadium?
Yeah.
All six of them are always at the same stadium every time?
Yes.
Yeah, that's some shit that, like, obviously you can't change where the Rose Bowl is. That's why I was confused. I'm like, so you're telling me Oregon doesn't get a home game?
No, they don't. They're gonna be in
That, like,
Pasadena.
just doesn't even feel right.
I know. So like, what's the point then of being the number one seed?
Yeah, like, I gotta buy, like, sweet, I get one extra week to, like,
Or you
rest.
could get rusty.
Whereas I'd rather just, like, I can't play at Autzen
A home
in that
playoff game at
playoff.
Autzen would have been elite.
What I'm saying, like, imagine Notre Dame's got to go between the hedges,
Oh,
or
oh,
Penn State is gonna try and wear all white on the blue
on the
field.
blue turf. Oh my gosh.
Fucking Texas has got to go to Tempe.
I don't know if Texas knows about that.
That's what I'm saying.
About that, Tim.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, they're never gonna get rid of the bowl game thing because there's just so much money, though. That's the problem. But they gotta find a way to, like.
Pacific Life, man, they won't get rid of their
I
sponsor.
just feel like. Yeah, is there a way where it can be the Sugar Bowl still and, like, be at Georgia, at Athens? Like, I don't know.
I feel like that's the way it should be. Honestly, I
But the
feel
problem
like
is, like, the Rose Bowl's got to be at the Rose Bowl. So, like, the only thing I was thinking is, like, do you make, let's call it peach, sugar, fiesta. What's another one? Cotton Bowl,
I don't know if the Cotton Bowl's in the top 6. Orange Bowl?
Orange Bowl.
I don't think
Are
so.
these like at these schools, and then like Rose Bowl's a semi, and you play neutral. The semis stay neutral.
I wouldn't mind that.
But the thing is, like, in every other every other way they do sports, every other football playoff is home games until the championship. Every other sport, NFL is, FCS is,
Are you saying
D2 is all home game. Like my uncle's team when they made the semifinal, right? They didn't even have a home game. So they were away through their region. They played 3 games in their region, away, away, away. When they got to the Final Four, they reseeded the Final
that's what they
Four.
needed? This next one is a reseed.
But then they still had the home games, the 1 and 2. So like my uncle's team, Florida team, went to Pennsylvania to play an away game. They beat the piss out of those boys because it's like, who gives a fuck? You guys are shitters. It doesn't matter if it's cold or not. Like
that would beat the hell out of you.
And then the championship game was neutral site. Whereas in the NFL championship games neutral site, FCS championship games neutral site.
Yeah.
Like they try and like squeeze these bowl games in there for the extra cash.
I just realized, I don't know why I didn't check this, but if you're telling me that the national championship is in fucking Georgia again,
it's in the Benz, baby.
Man,
it's always gonna be in the Benz.
I mean that, bro. Then Georgia's gonna make it to the Benz.
I thought they weren't.
Oh,
you don't think one of the Indiana boys can take them down?
I don't think Notre Dame has the horses to get
I haven't seen one person pick Indiana. Do you feel it at all or no? Or are you dead?
I think they're dead after they played Ohio State. I think they got figured out.
You think Signetti can't get them fired up again?
I don't think they can stop Estime.
That could be.
That's a freak of nature, man.
I think that
like I personally,
if I had to pick
don't think Indiana's that good.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to pick the 4 to make the semis right now,
yeah,
fuck, man, I'm going Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Clemson.
Yeah. Do it.
I'm going Boise State. I'm going Georgia, I think, right now.
Yeah.
The ones that could sway me, Texas. I still do have hope in Texas because they do have guys. Like, there's a world where they boat race them just off of pure, like...
I think it just comes down to your signal caller. That's really what makes it.
There's a world where Ohio State gets... Now, I'm not saying Ohio State's going to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
But they got enough horses in the barn to get to a semifinal. There's a world. There's a world where they could beat Tennessee. Tennessee lost to fucking... Who'd they lose to? Kentucky or some shit? Or no, that was Ole Miss.
Arkansas.
They lost to Arkansas. There you go. So Ohio State could beat them. And Ohio State almost beat Oregon in Oregon. Like, they weren't far off. So I could see it. They still... Everyone picked them to win the championship to start the year, basically. So the roster's there. Now, I believe in the horses, but smart money says Penn State makes a semifinal here.
But are we smart money?
No, we're not.
Never have been.
And then, honestly, and I never thought I'd say this one time in my whole life, does Notre Dame rush for 250 yards against Georgia, potentially?
You think Georgia can't stop Estime either?
I don't know. Freaking Riley Leonard coming downhill.
I mean, the lad's got some fucking steam behind him.
Like, there's a chance that what's-his-face is done.
Yeah, Carson Beck.
Beck. Honestly, it might be better for them because he was a shitter.
He's a shitter rat.
Who's the team that's definitely not going to win this whole thing? Indiana?
Yeah.
Like, would they, if you know how they do like a power ranking in the playoffs of like 1 to 12? Like, they're 12.
They're 12.
And then it's SMU probably.
SMU probably.
And then
ASU.
Yeah, ASU, and then like a Clemson, Boise State. And then,
you know. No, I would say Penn State below that.
You think so?
I think
they're
Penn
that low?
State's the 9th lowest, yeah.
Yeah. What would be...
I'm serious. I'm looking at it here. There's a world where Tennessee shocks the world and makes it out of that pod. And I
could see it.
If
what's your dream quarterfinal?
My dream quarterfinals?
Oregon versus Tennessee.
Oregon, Tennessee. I need Nico healthy.
Yeah.
If Nico's healthy, that team is different.
So you'd want Oregon, Tennessee.
Their defense is good. Oregon, Tennessee, Clemson, ASU.
Mm-hmm. There's only
Dream
one.
scenario, I'd want the horses playing
It's
each
the
other.
horses versus the fucking horses,
the
baby.
fucking the Stags versus the Broncos, baby. I mean, I guess a dream scenario, I wouldn't mind seeing Signetti, but I mean, let's be honest, it's gonna be Notre Dame versus Georgia, and I don't think
Which is
Coach
honestly
Lou's coming
it's
back.
pretty fun. That's a fun one though.
That'll be a nice
I
one.
will say. But the more fun one is Indiana versus Notre Dame. Like
That's for the
the
state.
one right there. That's for
Like
that's for everything.
for the bragging rights. This is for the fucking Signettis, boys.
The crazy thing is that it could all come back around to that fateful. Whoa, what week was that? Let me go
Week
back.
6 when Oregon won. Talking about that one.
No, this could end like it did in week 2. Oregon, Boise State.
That would
Imagine
be
it
a
all
dream
comes.
championship
Imagine it all
game.
comes back around,
Dude,
and
what
the
if
3-point loss
Jeanty?
gets avenged, and Jeanty runs for
Oh
350.
my god, dude! And then the old joke of Oregon shows you how many national championships they have would live on,
Yeah.
and Jeanty would just ascend
The
into the
only
heavens.
the only bet obviously like the best one, obviously like Oregon, Georgia. Okay, whatever. Like sounds good. That would be fun.
Dude,
The
Boise State won the national title. I don't know if
the
the world knows what
the
to do.
best though, this would be the best one ever. And it'd be so trolly. It's Skattebo versus Jeanty for the fucking chip.
Skattebo versus
That's the only
Jeanty.
way. If the season ends like that, then we are in a simulation. The list,
Oh,
then the list, it was
is it fucked?
it was always meant to be fucked. Like if
Oh,
that's
it
how
was.
if that's how it's gonna end, like this has been the trolliest year that's ever happened in the history of football. If it's Skattebo versus Jeanty for the chip,
Oh my god.
because I kind of want it to be that because I hated this whole year of like everyone saying how good their conference was when like you guys are all shitters. Like
All a bunch of
nobody's that
66ers.
good, bro. Bama lost to Oklahoma 24-3.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma lost to, let's find out. Let's
6
see.
other teams.
Yeah, let's count out who they lost to. Jeez, before I freaking start tweaking.
I'd like to give the committee props for going against the Bama rule while you're
I
pulling that
respect
up.
it,
Like,
honestly. I
I'm very
respect
happy
the
that
hell
they
out of that.
stuck to the laurels because they said that teams playing in their championship game would not be punished for losing their championship game. So if they were to have dropped SMU for losing the championship game, it's like so teams
Oklahoma
can
almost
then
lost
say
to
they're not gonna do it.
Houston.
Yeah, it was a barn
16
burner.
to 12. They lost to Tennessee and Texas. Okay, fair. Lost South Carolina. I guess that's fair. Ole Miss, fair. See, you know what pisses me off? That Missouri's
What?
still ranked. I have watched Missouri play.
They're not
This is the thing. It's like, okay, the SEC has so many ranked wins because they keep all of these teams ranked when
Yep.
they're really not that good. Like,
Yeah.
I promise you, Missouri, I thought they'd be good, but I'll be the first one to say those guys were ass.
Yeah.
Those guys were hot garbage.
They were supposed to be good and they were just shit.
And they'll say,
I
"Oh,
will
well,
say
it's hard because the SEC is so good." Like, is it though?
I was kind of surprised Miami didn't make it into the playoffs. I will not lie. Like I thought Miami was more deserving than Indiana because Indiana didn't play jack shit.
Miami really didn't either. That's the thing. And they just lost at the worst time. Like,
they lost at the worst time for
just
sure.
don't lose to Syracuse. Like, I'll still never forget Miami. They should have lost twice. I watched them lose twice.
They should have lost to
I
Virginia
watched
Tech.
them lose once. Like, I literally watched it happen. And I don't know if maybe that's just been ingrained in my mind for so long that I have counted that as a loss, even when it wasn't. Like,
You've counted
I
them as 3
thought, like,
losses.
in my mind, these guys have 3 losses. They're 9-3, and they're not in. Like, because I watched it on the field happen in front of my eyes. Like, and then I watched Cal absolutely collapse back-to-back weeks. So I'm like, okay, these guys are shedders. But I will say it's like Florida went out and beat Ole Miss, and
Yeah.
Miami beat the brakes off of Florida. So what are we talking about, SEC?
What I didn't understand with the Big Ten championship game was how did Indiana not go to the championship game if they were the second in the conference? Like, why did Penn State go?
Because
They both lost to Ohio State.
Yeah, is it there's some conference thing. I don't know. It's bullshit. It's what happens when you put 800 teams in a conference together.
Sounds about
The
right.
the list gets fucked.
God damn it, man.
I think it was
because they're second in the rankings.
I think
so
there
it's
was a
like,
different common opponent thing though that happened,
ugh,
and it was like their record against. I don't know. It's honestly,
Oregon probably would have beat them by like 50.
honestly, nobody knows why, but
I don't think anyone knows any reason why any of this
no
shit's
one knows
happening
the
this year
thing,
because,
bro. I'm
like you said,
telling you,
there's just super
it's been
conferences, so it's
yeah,
like
like
16 teams and you only play 8 of them.
yeah, like in the ACC, it's like SMU and Clemson and Miami all didn't play each other in the regular season.
Yep.
But like they all played Syracuse. Or no, they didn't. Only Miami did. The Syracuse I feel like plays everybody though.
Yeah, they get around a bit.
Honestly, Syracuse, they were
Pretty good.
they're 2 games away, bro, from being
Good final.
in this.
I
They
mean,
lost to Stanford by 2 points early in the year. They
the
lost to Boston College by 6. Like
dude.
they beat UNLV.
Could you imagine a simulation where we're looking at Syracuse in the playoffs?
Telling you, there was a world where it could have.
Oh my God. Kyle McCord first round instead of Tennessee at Syracuse. Kyle McCord versus his old squad. Oh, that would have been storybook.
I mean, we would have had to like live in a world where there were if Army would have beaten Notre Dame, man, those fuckers would have been in
Oh,
too.
man. And then you'd have to support Army to win the whole thing because otherwise you're not supporting the
At that
troops.
point, yeah,
Like,
you kind of do, I think.
I mean, I think all the teams would have to say we're gonna have to, you know, step down because we
Yeah.
need armed forces to be champs. I mean, come on, what are we doing?
What are we talking about?
I would love to see what the college football world would do if Boise State was the home for the national championship. Like they have the trophy. They're the national champions going into next year. Like
I don't know if anyone would know what to do.
I don't know what would happen, man. It'd be insane. Like they're parading around the blue field. It's just like 15 degrees and just cold as all fuck. But they're just like celebrating with the trophy. Like
Yeah.
they win in sunny Georgia, take that shit back to Idaho. Like
We'll have that, please. Thank
that
you.
would be it's.
We'll
But
take
then if
that.
Skattebo wins it, fucking takes that shit on the road to Tempe.
Skattebo, man, I'll tell you, he might
He's a
do something.
dog.
He might do something special here.
He'll do something for you. I'll tell
All
you, he's fucking. That guy can move. I'm
right.
just not sold on any big champs. Like I think anyone could win this except for Indiana. Unfortunately, I think Indiana's screwed.
I think
I
it
just
could,
don't think
yeah,
they got the horses.
yeah. I think it could go either way. I mean,
Notre
you
Dame
know,
might be a
if you
wild
want to
card.
bet, like easy bet is Oregon, Georgia, I guess. It's like
Yeah,
it's
that's where the
pretty,
money would be.
it's pretty easy, but I don't know. I think like
There was a graphic that was up on the Big
Texas
Ten
and Ohio State's
championship.
rosters are still just so good.
Oh, the best money can buy. Did you see the graphic during the Big Ten championship that was saying the record of Oregon playing against Georgia in the past like
No,
5 years?
no.
I cannot recall Oregon playing Georgia in the past 5 years.
They
Like
put them
I
one
don't.
time, I think.
Did they play them when Bo Nix first got there?
Yeah, I think so.
Because it was like, oh, they're 1-3
Or no, it was
against
Lanning.
them.
It
I'm
was
like, what? I
Lanning's first year there. So what is this his second year or his third year?
think it's his third.
Whatever his first year was when they got mushy stamped by Georgia.
Oh yeah. Bo Nix's first year. His
Was it
first year
Bo Nix?
transferred.
Let me look.
Yeah.
Let me look at that shit. Because they got mushied for sure.
Yeah, I do remember them
They
getting
got
mushy.
mushy chained.
Mushachino.
Yeah, 49-3.
Oh, just a
They got
fucking
pissed on.
40 piece on your head there, buddy.
They got 40 pieced. It's
Go
all right.
for it. Got fucking 100-point club.
And yeah, I don't know when they played them.
I just looked at the
I
graphic
think that
and
was
I was
just the
like,
one.
that's
I think that's
just
just the one
slow.
time they played them.
Like,
Yeah.
I guess they couldn't make a graphic that said, hey, they're 0-1 against them. Like, okay.
Yeah. They were just
Thanks.
like, "Hey, you guys got shit on when you played them last." It's like, "Yeah, okay." Like,
Thank you. Appreciate it.
thanks for letting me know, I guess.
I mean, if I had to be a betting man and I'm looking at it, because I always bring it back to quarterback play, honestly, I'd have to go with Gabriel because he is
Mhm.
the vet. Like, it would have to be him. Beck's out, so there's no veteran leadership there. Klubnik could have some late deals. I just don't trust Will Howard. I think he showed me that he doesn't have the big game winning capability.
Yeah.
Like, I
Agreed.
just don't think he's got that. Nico, again, I think he could shock some people and have it, but I need to know if his ribs are healed. So I'm excited to watch this shit, man. Like,
It's gonna be
this should be some
fun.
fun.
I think people are just fucking bitching.
I don't get it, man.
Like, bro, stop bitching. We got 12 teams, and you get to watch all these games. Like, it's gonna be fun. Whoever and everyone's like, oh well, this team we need to change it because this team got an easier path, and this sheet set up. Bro, if you were gonna win this shit, you would win the shit. Like, just go. Like everyone, like, oh, but what if I'm Oregon and I have to play Tennessee or Ohio State in this round, but I could have been in the Penn State one. Should I have just lost so I could play SMU and then Boise State? It's like it doesn't matter, bro. At some point,
You're the best. You're gonna play them.
you're gonna have to beat all the teams that beat all the other teams. So who cares who has the hardest road? Like, sure, maybe, but if you told Oregon you have to beat Tennessee to win the national title, they'll say, "Sign me the fuck up. We're gonna beat the piss out of them." Like,
I do think though in the next college football playoff they need to reseed. Like there has to be an incentive to be a top seed. Like
yeah, I don't think conference champions should get top seed, like the buys.
Yeah, because it's like there's 5 conference champions. So
I have no problem with them getting automatic bids.
No, I don't either. I think it should be that way.
I think
it should matter to win your conference.
I think the top 5 conference champs good. You get automatic bids. So then you seed it from 1 through whatever.
Yeah.
You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 13, 15. Whoever, if that's how the conference champions are, and the number 10 person gets left out because they didn't win their conference, who frickin' who?
Yeah.
And you just seed it like that. So then it would be Oregon. What this is what it would be, right? Let me look at it right now. So it would be Oregon, Georgia, Texas, Penn State would get the buys. You'd have Notre Dame you'd have Notre Dame hosting Clemson. You'd have Ohio State hosting Arizona State. You'd have Tennessee hosting SMU, and you'd have Indiana hosting Boise State.
Those are not bad games at all.
That would be your bracket, and then I think you should do it. The Oregon, say they're the 1, and this is how I think you should actually do it. If you're going to do it that way, then Oregon plays Clemson if Clemson wins.
Yeah, they play the lower.
They play the lower seed.
I agree.
And you do it like that, and Arizona State, and if the 5 seed wins, if Texas wins, then they play. If it's 12 and 9 and 10 and 7, then Oregon plays 12, and then they, fucking Georgia plays Indiana, and however it works, and you just go from there.
I agree.
Easy. I think they just got hamstrung by trying to make the conference championships mean something.
Yeah.
And they kind of fucked it.
Yeah, it was kind of, honestly, I kind of thought it was a little disrespectful for Clemson to be 12 when they won the conference championship. Like, I really expected them to have the 3 seed over Boise State just because they had SMU in the 3 seed. So I was like, they'll just swap them.
Mm-hmm.
Which would make sense. Like, I beat the team who was favorited to win the conference. I won the conference over them. I won the seed over them. Like, in my mind, that would make sense for this current format.
Yeah, but I think they just are trying to rank teams and
put I don't even value on winning your championship. Like, there had to be an incentive to win your championship because
I don't mind there being an incentive of just I get to make it.
Yeah, and I'm sick and tired of hearing, well, what are independents supposed to do? Like, then win all your games. You don't have to actually schedule these people.
Join
a conference. Pick whoever you want.
Notre Dame, just get in the Big Ten.
Didn't they try to join the ACC for 1 year?
They did.
I was going to say, I thought they did.
That COVID year or that post-COVID year.
Yeah, they had Deshaun Kaiser on there, and he was a little ACC pad. He was a little shit of rat. Currently at the Browns.
All right, we'll have plenty of bracket talk, but there you go, people. There's our thought.
Time to kind of shift gears over to the NFL a bit.
Sure.
Do we want to go with our picks first? Let's bring those bad boys.
Let's do picks.
I got completely smoked by the spread.
Mushy. Thank you, Mr. Mushy.
A little breadstick. Sure.
Did I not get fucking Falcons? Jesus, idiots.
I mean,
idiots.
I'm kind of pissed at the Bears. Did I expect them to win? No. Did I think they were gonna keep it close within 3? Yes. I think this defense quit. I think they're done.
Yeah, I think they're
just pissed.
These guys are checked. These guys are
Can the Bears focus this offseason on getting an actual O-line instead of fucking changing quarterbacks and changing all this? Like, can we actually build a team?
Sure.
Like, Caleb looked pretty decent in the second half, throwing 2 touchdown passes when he's running for his life. Imagine if he could actually stand in the pocket for a second.
It
Like,
would be something, huh?
just a second.
Just a hot second. That's all. Nothing crazy. We're not asking for much here.
Oh, I mean, fuck, they're 0-6 on the road. Jesus, win 1.
Yeah, I gotta get one.
0-6, come on.
Yeah, we gotta find a way to get one.
We can't get goose egg, right, boys? Come on, they gotta have another opportunity to fix this, right? Come on, they gotta have one.
Yeah.
Surely, the law of averages says you have to get.
You gotta think, right?
Oh, and they're going to the Vikings next week. And their last opportunity is at the Packers.
Could be Jeanty.
Shit, I fear they might go over on the road.
Sure.
So I got fucking absolutely mushy stamped by the Niners. And I don't really think it's that the Niners look great. I think it's just the Bears look bad. Like,
yeah,
Purdy's still hurt. If you were telling me that George Kittle's going for $151 on 6 catches, like, that wasn't on my radar. You know, I wasn't expecting George Kittle to just say, "All right, I'm going to take over today."
Yeah.
But Niners took care of business. Cardinals Seahawks. You went back to your old faith.
Them boys don't let me down, man. I'm telling you.
I'm getting sick and tired of the midget not being able to complete passes to his wide receivers and tight ends. Like, I don't understand what is so difficult. How is it that Marvin Harrison Jr. is getting open and we can't get him the ball more than 4 times?
Sure.
I don't get it.
It's you know.
Trey McBride's getting 14 targets. We're only completing 7 of them. How'd we do that?
Yeah. Does that make any sense?
I mean, he pisses me the fuck off. I don't get it. He has one game like where he looks god tier, and then he has another one he just looks like he's lost.
Yeah.
And I really think it comes down to the fact that that's why you don't want a short quarterback, because they can't see the field as well.
That's fair.
It's not a knock. It's just facts. And as a Rams fan, I'm very happy because of Seattle winning. Now it makes it to where the Rams just beat Seattle. We're winning in the driver's seat because the Cardinals don't actually have that tiebreaker anymore, which is good. Charbonnet put on a fucking show. 22, 134, and 2 tubs. I mean, sure, have a day, son.
Charbonnet was, I mean, it almost makes you think, like, should he just be the guy, you know?
Do you trade K9 and just fucking...
Yeah, just let my boy eat.
Let Zach Charbonnet run. Or does Zach Charbonnet go into free agency and get himself a deal?
Could. It's possible.
Yeah. Drafted in 2023. So he is in the first year. Okay, so he's got, probably 2 more years. Yeah, I mean, if I was them, I might check out the value to see what I can get for Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
He's had a really good year. Who would need a good running back? Or the Jets could use one. Well, they got Breece Hall.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but
I don't know. Breece is kind of...
It's not like he's been doing much.
Yeah. Panthers are always overpaid for somebody.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he definitely took that one, which is good. We pushed with the Lions and Packers. Yeah, Vegas got us on that one, -3.
Vegas finds a way.
Son of a bitch.
Vegas finds a way. Get your money back though.
Yeah. So I'm not just sitting on the sidewalk magnetized there.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this on the show before, but I was going over the cast for robots with my brother when we were in Tennessee. Holy shit! I didn't know Paul Giamatti was the fucking robot.
Sure.
I didn't know Giamatti had that in his.
Giamatti's got that. Oh, he's got that
and
range.
You're sitting on the sidewalk, magnetized. Very Giamatti. Chiefs Chargers. I mean, that's fucking Chiefs, man. I don't know what they've done. Okay,
it's just devil. It's devil worshiping. It's something.
It's got to be.
Got to be something.
It's got to be something because
it's not making sense.
Why can't they cover? They're at home. It's just 3.5.
Got to think. Find a way to cover.
Patrick, can you score me a goddamn touchdown, son? I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Just not a field goal. Just give me a touchdown. And I have seen a lot of kickers doink kick. I'd probably 1 out of 1,000 doink in.
Yeah, typically you doink out.
Yeah. Doinked it. That's why they call it doinking it.
There you go.
It's not, that one was like a style point.
Yeah.
Like, those kicking competition where they try to kick the upright?
Yeah.
He got 3 points.
Kick the water bottle up.
He got and 1.
Sure.
I let's see. Did Quentin Johnson actually catch the ball? I didn't get to watch this game because again I was on the flight. So sue me.
I don't know if he caught much.
Uh,
No, I think he did. I actually don't think he did
548
bad.
and a touchdown.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah, he scored. Wasn't horrible.
Jalen Rager, 1 reception, 4
Sure,
yards.
thank you, Rager. It's probably the greatest catch of all time too. He probably caught it with one hand.
Probably.
Then when he puts two hands on it and looks it in, it just fucking bounces off his face. So
Who
not
would
really
have
sure.
thought that would be the problem? Wasn't this guy a fucking god tier receiver back at TCU?
Yeah.
What happened?
He actually wasn't. I think he was just athletic, and they could just give him the ball, bubble screens, easy money, and
Yeah.
then
Then he had to run some routes. They said, "Oh shit, he's not the one."
said, "Oh, okay, not looking good for us."
Sure. Yeah, I mean, Chargers squad, but the Chiefs is the Chiefs. They've done their worshiping and their
The
homework.
Chiefs is in fact the Chiefs.
Yeah, Falcons Vikings. I thought they would cover. Now, if you were telling me I was expecting a fucking 40 piece by fucking Darnold with 5 tubbies, I mean,
Yeah, wasn't expecting that.
I was not expecting that. So at this point, they showed a stat on the Pat McAfee show today that in the past 4 games, Kirk Cousins has thrown 0 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Do we get a Michael Penix? Do we let the Penix throw?
I don't see why not. And I got him waiting in one of my dynasty leagues.
Oh, you got him.
He's been biding my time because I'm gonna have him forever. For the rest of time.
Hold on to that Penix.
Oh, I'm gonna be holding that Penix for as
Two-handed?
long as I can.
Oh yeah. Keep a good grasp.
Oh yeah.
Not too tight
yeah.
though.
Not too tight. Not too tight.
Just enough to let them know you're there.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasp. That's perfect. Speaking of fantasy football, I'm very happy that the Casa made it in.
Yeah, I mean, I like.
I don't understand how everyone's figuring out who's in and who's out already. I don't know.
It was pretty self-explanatory. Like, somebody who was 8-5
was not making it,
or 2 weren't making it. So basically, the whale died. So the whale was 7-6.
Yeah.
But he had a lot of points. So if he would have got to 8-6 and some tiebreakers on points, he would have got in. Like, he would have got in over me on points. And I think you're ahead of me on points, but I was ahead of Kyle and Beats or something like that. So like if 2 of us would have lost and Whale would have won, he would have got in over like me and somebody else. I just needed him to lose, which he did, and 1 if I was going to lose and I had to play the number 1 seed, so obviously I have the toughest.
Yeah, toughest road.
I got the toughest road out of this thing. Now, granted, my team did play well without my leading running back Joe Mixon. We still dropped 150. We just, we got Charbonnet. So,
and it happens. Zach's gonna choke you. He's gonna start up.
There's only so much you could do. But Beats by Ray lost, which means we're both 8-6. But I have scored more points than him, so I'm gonna get in on the tiebreaker. So I will be me and Kyle will be the 8-6 representatives because he's ahead of me. Because he was 5th and I was 6th on points or something like that. So, and then you're in
because I won.
Because you won, so you're 9-5, and then the Fairies lost, so they're 9-5, and then the Neighborhood won, so they're 10-4,
so
and then Stiffy's won, so he's also 9-5. But the number 1 seeds are only the division winners.
Oh,
if that makes sense. So it's going to be Fairies. And like if we go to the standings, so
like
Fairies is going to be 9 and he is 9-5 right now, right?
Neighborhood.
So he's in. He's number 1 seed. Neighborhood won, so he is another bye. So it's going to be Stiffies versus.
How is it that Stiffies is 2 if I went 2-0 against him this season? Like I feel like I would, since we have the same record, I would have the tiebreakers.
Because it just goes for points 4.
Oh.
It just is points. It just points.
Damn.
Yeah, the tiebreakers aren't head to head. It's just points.
Okay.
So the playoffs is going to be. Wait, I think we can look at it. Where's the shit? Just off of points, I might as well just do it now. So the playoffs are going to be Fairies and Neighborhood get the bye, with Neighborhood being the number 1 seed. The hold on. The Stiffies will be playing the Gabagool Street
I
Meet.
thought you were gonna tell me I was going
And the
against him. You're gonna be like
and the
3 times.
Casa is playing the Bula Ballers, I believe.
Back where it all started.
I think
Oh
I think it's
man.
because I have more points scored than Kyle.
Oh
Unless the
shit.
points haven't updated yet, but I still would have more. So since I have more points than Kyle, that means since he lost, he's the 6 seed. I'm the 5 seed. You're the 4 seed. Stiffies is the 3 seed.
So it's
So
just,
Kyle has to run it back against the Stiffies, and me and you
duke it out.
duke it out to play the Hood, I think. But I don't know if there's a reseeding. I don't think there is though.
Got to make our way to the Hood.
So there you go. It's going to be a battle to the. There you go. That's what we see. As long as Stiffies loses, that will be all right. Get that shitter out.
If it's first of all, Puka Nakua tried his best to knock my team out of the playoffs.
Puka gave it a run. He gave it a run.
Holy hell! I'm watching the matchup and I'm like, "There's no way, right?" And it's like 30 piece. I'm like, "Okay, 30 I can live with." Jefferson gave me 34. And then I see Nakua's around the edge. He caught a screen. He just went in for a touchdown. I said, "Oh, jeez, okay."
Sure.
Well, it kind of helps me going into the playoffs. I don't wish any ill for someone, but if Bucky Irving is hurt and Rashad White is the main back, that really helps me out in my flex.
It would have been crazy if
I get my
obviously
horse back
if Grass was never gonna win because fucking Jake dropped basically 200. But if Grass won, then Kyle would have been out.
Oh my god!
And he would have been out after a freaking Burrow Chase masterclass to take him out.
Dude, he was down by like 60, and then Burrow, dude,
yeah, they combined for
70 piece.
Yeah, they 70 pieced him. No more because he had Chase basically dropped 50. So 79, no 80, 82.
Like
82
sauce
pieced
for
him.
trading fucking
Yeah, that's
Jamar
good shit
Chase.
sauce. That's real good shit.
The second league I've seen where someone gave up on him the first 2 weeks of the season.
So I officially have made 3 out of my 5 playoff leagues. 2 of the leagues where the most cash is entered. Actually, all 3 of them where the most cash is entered. So I'm in a good spot, trying to win some cash.
Got it.
Hopefully make a final or 2. I had my Yahoo league, which is 2 QB, 16 team, dropped 201 points this week. Because you want to know what my team was?
Anthony Richardson.
Josh Allen.
Oh my god.
Jordan Addison. Amari Cooper. Jahmyr Gibbs. Evan Ingram.
God.
Jared Goff was my second QB. And guess who my flex was? Oh, Charbonnet, baby. Charbonnet. So I had Addison, Josh Allen, and Charbonnet. I dropped 200 points in that league going into the playoffs. I think I'm going to be the what seed am I going to be? I'm going to be be the 3 seed, I think. 3 or 2, some shit like that. I heard that. No, actually, I'm going to be the I just beat the 2 seed to get the 2 seed.
Okay, beat the 2 to get the
It was 2 versus 3 for the final regular season game. So I'm going to be the 2 seed. Did Kyle win? Kyle won. So Kyle's going to be the Kyle's going to be the 3 seed.
Oh.
So the boys are going to be running it down in the playoffs.
So is Anthony Richardson on your bench right now?
Anthony Richardson is on my bench. He is on the team where I'm in the Dynasty Auction League. He's in
Right. Okay, I thought you were talking about that one.
Yeah, so I only have him there. In my 2 QB, I got Josh Allen and Jared Goff.
Yeah, it's pretty elite through.
I had AR in a league where obviously the 2 other leagues where I had AR did not make the playoffs. The only reason why I made the playoffs in one of the leagues where I have AR is because I have Josh Allen.
He just carried AR.
I got Josh Allen, I got Josh Jacobs, and it's a tight end premium league.
Okay.
And Yeah, I have Jonnu Smith, so that worked out well this year.
I'm thinking it did.
Yeah, and I got Joe Mixon, Cortland Sutton, Dalton Schultz.
I'm feeling pretty good about my squad going to the playoffs. Like, I get Lamar back next week.
Mm-hmm.
Chase became exactly what I needed him to be. Chase Brown is an absolute unit. He's a PPR merchant.
He is.
Just check downs going through.
Sure.
He is so fast. Concrete Connor, Jay Jettas, fucking, and you know it's time for Mike Evans to be a league winner. He
Is
knows
it?
what time it
Is
is.
it
He
time?
knows what time it is.
Think so? Are you
He
going with
knows.
Bucky? Or you going with Rashad? Because
I
Bucky
think
failed
Bucky
this
might have.
week.
I think
Bucky might have bucked
might have.
himself out.
I think Bucky might have broke his back.
Bucky's fucked.
Yeah, but Rashad dropped a 25 piece, so if he's gonna be the main back, I might have to just ride that hot hand, you know?
You got to think
Because
it
I'm
might work
thinking
out.
it would actually be very advantageous for me if they could just sit Bucky out for a couple weeks because he needs to rehab his back. That'd be
Yeah,
nice.
it's looking like yeah, this has got the projected playoff bracket here. Obviously, it's Greer versus Shindog.
Oh,
Whew, that's
it's
gonna be
perfect for the show, you know?
sure.
Perfect
Gonna
for
be
the
a good one.
show. Be a beauty.
What we always wanted.
You're gonna get Lamar coming back.
Sure, sure.
Caleb did just enough to get us in. I was hoping I was like the Sweet Prince could not knock us out of the playoffs.
Caleb
I
did his
needed him to
job.
win 1 week, and he did his job. It was looking bleak at halftime. He had like 0.5 points. I was like, Caleb,
We gotta lock it in, buddy.
I needed just 15 from you, and I got 20, so I'm happy. But I was like, we just need you to kind of get some plays
I
going
need you to lock in here.
because we got the playoffs on the line.
Yeah.
And going from fucking literally just begging for one win to in a pretty good spot in the playoffs, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
We'll take that. And we didn't have to
Yeah, it
mortgage the
ain't bad.
team. We didn't have to. I
No,
didn't
no.
make any crazy trades to try to win now. Like I just drafted a good squad, and we'll see if we
Hey,
can
you
get
just
something
drafted a
done.
solid bunch of lads that'll be willing to go to battle with you.
And if Kyler would just like to throw it to his 6'4" receiver this next week, I would be so happy.
Well, we're gonna probably be canceling those points out because I'm gonna be starting Kyler, so it's gonna basically just be ipso facto. If they both do shit, they both do shit. If they both do good, they both do good. Unless Kyler decides to run for 3 touchdowns and not throw it to anyone, that would be so trolly.
I mean, it's against Patriots. Could be tough. Yeah, could be a
Yeah.
tough one. Could be a tough
Yeah,
look.
it'd be interesting.
You're gonna start him over the Goof.
Probably, yeah.
Who's
Goof
Goof's
against
lads?
I don't know. Goof against Buffalo though.
Oof, he could be. I mean,
He could.
Rams versus Buffalo just put up a fucking
I know.
smoke show.
I'm gonna have to think about it for sure.
It's gonna be a tough lineup.
Then
Excited for that though. It'll be good for the show too. You know,
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of get literally back where it all started.
Oh
Like
yeah, it'll
Thanos
be
said,
excellent. It'll be excellent.
where to bring you back to me.
Sure.
Yeah, so I got a mushroom stamp this week at 1, and you know, you came out even with 3. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Bears like to think, you know, maybe let's have a little better effort. Okay, a
Sure.
little bit better effort. It's the third string running back, and he's running around on you like he's Christian McCaffrey. Let's fucking tighten up. Get this out of my sight. Let's see what the top 10 looks like. Let's see what we're pushing here.
See what agenda we're pushing.
Okay, Eagles made their way into the top 2.
Eagles made their way to 2, mainly because
Okay.
I dropped the Bills to 4. And then the
Okay.
averages worked out where the Eagles are 2, Bills 3, Chiefs 4.
Okay.
I think it does make sense because like you do have a common opponent now in there with the Rams.
Yeah.
Rams beat the Bills. Eagles beat the Rams
Handedly.
both at the same spot, you know, at home. Or Eagles did on the road and Bills lost on the road. So I mean, fair enough. Other than that, I mean, there hasn't been much shakeup. Like, didn't really ding the Packers too much for losing to the Lions. Didn't really ding the Chargers much for losing to the Chiefs. Like it was a doink. So it's like, what are you gonna do? I put the Seahawks ahead of the Chargers, and I don't know if that's just because I like the Seahawks and they've just been doing me right. So it could be a little bit of that.
It could be a little
I
biased.
almost thought like, should the Vikings go up because they just mushy stamp the Falcons? But it is the Falcons, so who really gives a shit?
Yeah.
But this week will be good because we get Lions Bills and we get Eagles Steelers.
Oh, what more could you
it's
ask for?
2 separate top 5 matchups for us. So that's gonna be pretty good. So that should be That should be a vibe. Put it
Oh,
that way.
Packers Seahawks would be a fucking vibe too.
Oh yeah.
And the Thursday night should be exciting too. It's Rams Niners. Like that's always a good game.
Yeah.
Can we just take a second to? I'm just thinking actually first. So with the Rams beating the Bills, since you dropped
Mhm.
the Bills to 3, does that more so validate the Rams as being a better team, or does that give you more questions about the Bills?
I think it validates the Rams being a better team for me. 'Cause I
Okay.
don't really question the. I do have some questions about the Bills, but like, it's it was just a bad defense. Just really struggled.
Yeah.
Really, really struggled. But I know that the Rams can play good on offense. They got good players on offense, which it leads me back to why I bumped the Eagles up, because the Eagles were able to neutralize the offense a little bit of the Rams.
It's a good point.
So
It's a very good
that
point.
that was kind of like the figure for me. The Rams are just on the cusp of my honorable mentions because I just need one. I need one more. I need this
I can see it.
Niners win, and
Okay.
then I'm
Then
I
you're on
think I would,
board a little
because I
bit.
almost don't even, the Saints win. It's like, okay, what, like, who gives two fucks? So then it was kind of
Yeah.
on off on off on off after the 3-game win streak. It's like you lose to the Dolphins, beat the Pats, lose to the Eagles, beat the Saints, but I mean, who really gives a shit? And then you beat the Bills. Like, okay, you go to San Francisco, boom, 8-6, feeling good. You're playing the Jets. Jets are dead. You're looking at,
Oh, don't troll against the Jets, please God.
gotta be 9-6. I
Please
think
God, don't beat the Jets.
gotta
Don't
be
beat the
nine and
Jets.
six because the Cardinals and the Seahawks will still be battling.
Yeah, it's good. We got to get to 9-6 to be able to kind of
Because
give
I
ourselves a
don't
little bit of a
know,
cushion.
does 9-8 get you in? I don't know.
I don't think it does.
Maybe
It might. It'd be a tight squeeze.
it would. You want to be 10-7.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
it'd
that
be,
much.
it'd be advantageous. Very advantageous.
Because right now, I mean, the Rams are 8th in the playoff standing, so
Get the
it's
wild
the
card.
Commanders are 7th with 8-5, so they're one game out of it.
We take a second to give some flowers to my guy Stafford, slinging Stafford.
He was slinging the pill. I'll give him that.
He's quietly thrown for over 3,000 yards, 19 tubs, and 7 picks.
There you go. He'll throw 7 picks, but he'll throw you some tubs.
He will. But he hasn't thrown too many picks the past couple games. I mean, he's top 10 for TDs and fifth
There you
for
go.
yards. I mean,
Got to
shit,
count.
what more do you want from him?
Got to count for something.
I mean, Christ. Goddamn threw for 320 and 2 tubs.
Sure.
76.7%. Sure.
Good shot.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Fucking Christ, man. That's my quarterback. Love him. Thank you, Stafford. Do love that Dano is always standing in the pocket for Stafford.
Yeah.
He sometimes get dunked on, but that's Dano's. It's his MO. Did you watch the Monday night game, the Simpsons cast?
No, I did not.
I got
did
to
not.
watch the first series, dude. And they said Jamar Chase got subbed out for Ralphie, and I changed it. I said, I can't.
Like, what are we doing here?
I can't. And then I saw the clip on Twitter, and Bart Simpson is subbed in for Joe Burrow, who throws a touchdown pass to Ralphie.
Yeah.
I said, I can't do this.
Sure.
I can't do this. Why are we doing this? What? Man.
Insane. What happened to the game I loved?
Well, it's not what it used to be. You know? Got your goddamn unions.
Some bullshit.
So I agree with you. I think the Rams, you get a win here, and then you come into the honorable mentions. We start
Oh, yeah.
talking some turkey.
Now we're talking.
This will be a good test because these
Most
teams
definitely.
like to beat the shit out of each other.
Oh yeah. They
So
love it. It's their favorite.
we'll see. But this
Their
defense
favorite thing to do.
will test Purdy a lot. I think our D line will get after him a bit. So I'm excited to watch it. Be a nice
Yeah,
little
should be good.
Thursday game. I'll be tuned in for that.
Oh yeah.
All right. Whew. It's time for some Twitter.
Do it.
Unless we got any other shit.
No, I think we're good.
All right. Get after there. Bring up the Twitter. Thank you. Okay. I think we finished with the offensive chat ban last time, if I recall.
Yeah,
I
that sounds
remember my dates.
about right.
I don't know if you would be all over this one. Dove has released a crumble cookie deodorant.
Have they?
Fetty cake,
I don't know if I'm gonna be dialed in on that.
lemon glaze, 72% or 72-hour
Sure.
deodorant. If I recall, I think Tej retweeted it and tagged Beans and said you can't eat it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think Tej was just trying to help him out and saying, "Hey, can't do it, won't do it."
Can't have that.
Why is Trey Lance trending? Is it
Really?
Trey time? Is it?
Maybe he went in like at the end of the game or something, or
Oh,
just
maybe.
got fucked.
I'm sure. I don't know if you saw this or not, but apparently Rob Manfred says there's
They said
buzz.
Trey Lance deserves a shot. So basically, everyone just wants him to play now.
Around adding a golden at-bat rule to Major League Baseball.
Okay.
This rule would allow a team to choose one at-bat in every game to use their best hitter regardless of where they are in the lineup.
Okay.
You're behind this? You're fine with it?
So what if they're... How does this work, like pinch running? Like say Shohei, right? Just doubles.
Yeah.
Gets himself on base. Hey, golden batter rule.
He's going back.
Like but you have to put a guy on?
I don't know. The Pat McAfee show was saying
Like,
maybe we bring in ghost runners. So
I think you got to put somebody on the bags, though.
that's what I'm thinking. So we,
But then that person has to go play in the field or something because he comes out for like it gets weird because you know how like they'll change batters and then that person has to come out in the field sometimes or like pinch hit and then this person has to. I don't know. It gets like funky. I don't know what the rules on that are. I'm not like an expert on all that stuff.
I'm not either. I think this is the most Mickey Mouse shit I've ever heard.
It would
This
be
is like
how
backyard
electric would
rules.
that be though? It's like
Freddie Freeman hits a fucking grand slam and then goes back up.
and he's like, I'll run it again. It would be crazy if you batted yourself on base and then walked yourself off.
That would be crazy.
That would be electric. How crazy would that be? It's like Shohei
I'm on
hits
first.
a double. Like, hey, we're down by 1. I get myself on base. Golden batter rule. I'm running that back home run. We win. I hit myself in.
That counts for 2 runs for yourself then.
Yeah.
An RBI.
Yeah, you should get the RB. Yeah, you should get it all. You should get the run because you crossed twice technically because you got yourself on base.
So
it would be so hilarious. It makes no fucking sense at all, but it low key. I don't know.
It makes all the sense.
It does make sense. It's like, why haven't we been doing it like that?
Good point. It could be the future. I mean, Boston Connor brings up some good evidence. Pandas.
Oh no, it's not a good look here.
Nope. I mean,
a bad look.
What do we
think it is a great idea to bring 2,500 all together to celebrate the 6th Hong Kong Panda in Hong Kong.
Not good, man.
6th? I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure what we're doing here.
Not good. Not a good look.
Yeah, it's not really helping the case for pandas being real. I'll give you that.
No.
And I still don't know where I stand on the fence about that. It's like I was talking to the guy I was on the plane next to yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling me about how we didn't land on the moon, and he's explaining all the different details and about how you had to pass through whatever that belt's called, and like all this, and how did we lose the technology? But we can, how did we get a clear television signal? I'm like I don't know, but
not sure.
In my heart, I want to believe we landed on the moon.
Yeah.
And we checked with the big dog I did while we were driving the U-Haul to your place, and he looked at me and he said, "Quote, Nick, we landed on the moon." So like, I got conflicting information.
Now we're not sure.
I don't know what's going on. What's propaganda? What's real? What's false information? I don't know. It would really hurt my soul. I've said this many times on the show. It would hurt my soul if I found out we did not land on the moon.
That would be a tough one. That'd be a tough pill to swallow.
That one might be worse than finding out Vince Young's knee was down in the national championship and USC should have got a 3-piece type shit. Like that. Don't you tell me.
Don't tell me.
We did not walk on the moon first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Facts.
Fuck, I'm gonna be sleeping and thinking about that. Like, did we actually land on the moon, or did we? How did we transmit a signal correctly? How did we?
What I'm
Never mind.
saying. No one
Never
knows.
mind. Never mind. I can't.
Why haven't we gone back?
Good question.
Makes you think.
Is the moon made of cheese?
Could be.
Could be. OJ. Here, the O.J. Simpson's ex-bodyguard claims to have murder confession recording now in cops' hands. And Alex said O.J. probably looking down, hella confused. Liam, down. Alex, he ran for 2014.
Nice. I mean,
That's got to count for something.
sure. It might count
How does
for
that
everything.
work? So you get to the pearly gates and you got, the angel sitting there and he's got his book and he's like, all right, who are you?
Yeah.
I'm OJ. All right. Let's look at the ledger here. Okay. Oh, we got a little bit of red in there. Okay. Oh, 2,000-yard rusher, Heisman Trophy. Oh my God. We're gonna have to go to booth review.
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna
Yep.
have to get a is that how this thing works? Are your sports stats accounted for what you're doing too? Like 15 playground touchdowns, 0
What I'm
fumbles,
saying, right?
two picks. We can live with
I
that.
got to count for something.
Yeah, like kickball stats too. Like, oh, he's got like a 4 RBI average. We might need to.
Sure.
I need to move a couple things, make a phone call, get some things going. What if that's how it is? What if in heaven, God's just a GM and he's on the phones,
He's making deals.
just making deals, and like Roger Goodell is still
Just
running
making
the
shit
podium up
happen.
there, and he just walks up. There's been a trade.
Sure.
Okay, a 3rd-round pick coming from purgatory is coming up. All right, we're on the clock. Like, how does this? Is Bill Belichick the ultimate coach up there? Like
Yeah.
Don Shula? I don't know. Is it Lou Holtz?
Could be.
Man, these are good questions. We gotta have these questions answered. I mean, we don't really have to show this anymore. I was keeping this in case they pulled the bullshit and put Bama in over everybody else. But basically, they were doing everything they could by saying Alabama's 3-1 against current top 25 teams. Miami's 0-1. Alabama's 6-1 against teams that are above 500. What Charlie failed to mention, or Ward, I thought his name was Charlie. Ward Manuel failed to mention, Mr. Manuel, is that Alabama is 0-2 against 6-6 opponents.
There you go.
Where does that stand?
Yeah. How do you calculate that? How does that
It
fit
ain't
into a
good.
calculation?
Say that. I get sick and tired when this guy comes on every single time Reese asks him a question. He says, Reese, it's so good to be here. Hey, stop. Okay?
Yeah.
You just every time. We get it. Find a different line. All right? Even the traditional good morning, Reese, something, or just go straight in your answer. We don't give a shit. I gotta stand for the people when I say that.
Yeah.
We're tired of it.
I'll stand with you.
Thank you. Sleeper Spotify rap. I mean, I felt pretty good with fan favorite. I had Bucky Irving, felt good until he broke his back. Chuba Hubbard was a good pick. Brock Bowers, Johnny Smith, sure. Darnell Mooney, not sure. Most hated, number 1, Kyle Shanahan. 2, Shane Waldron. 3, John Mara.
Sure.
4, officiating. Yep, always shout out the officiating.
Sure.
5, Deontay Johnson. Yeah, I thought that was going to end up being a good pickup for somebody because he's
I know.
Ravens, and now he's just, I don't even know what he's doing. I don't think he knows what he's doing.
You don't know shit.
Football watch, 200+ games, and Red Zone. We love you, Scott. First of all, I forgot about that piece. This is the first time I've ever watched Red Zone when I was on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've done that. The sun is down before Scott ends the show.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like it. I didn't like it one bit.
Yeah, doesn't feel right.
I'm sitting there watching the end of they were switching. It was like Scott was switching between the Rams game and then the Seahawk game and then the Niner game.
Uh-huh.
And I'm watching it. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, it's like 7 o'clock. It doesn't matter. I'm like, it's 5 o'clock. Home. Like, but it's dark out. Scott's still going. This don't feel right. I'm used to Scott finishing.
Yeah.
I got about a half-hour show, and then I get into Sunday Night Football. Like,
there you go.
That's the way life is.
How it should be.
I don't know. That's going to be an adjustment period because that's a little crazy. Tough to wrap my hands around.
Sure.
Yeah, Bevo was banned from the SEC championship.
And
and the
Beaver.
national championship. I'm
Yeah,
not sure
ban
what the
Beaver.
hell he did. What did he do? Probably tried to kill Uga, actually. I think that's what happened.
Probably.
He did
Just
last year. Tried
Tried
to
to
stomp
stomp him out. Yeah. That's how it goes. It happens.
That's part of the rivalry. Okay,
Yeah.
put some fear in him. This is pretty crazy that you got COD banning people for swearing, but they're promoting drug use. I don't know if you've seen this new gun skin. It's actually a ball.
Okay.
Or bud.
This is insane. What the? Big Della definitely has that shit.
He's got the exact replica.
No doubt. No doubt about it.
Does it again, good. Now, how did we get the gecko to shoot fire? It's a fair question.
Yeah.
Got to think about it. Maybe we should stop banning people for speaking their
Maybe.
mind and use their First Amendment
Yep.
in a rated M game for mature, and maybe just let's just kind of look ourselves in the mirror. It's a tough pill to swallow, but as a USC fan, I have to. Sua Cravens, love you, Sua. Coach Dillingham inherited an Arizona State team that had NCAA violations from the last coaching regime, dealt with the transfer portal, went 3-9 a year ago, and still won a conference championship and made the playoffs for USC.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, bro, there's absolutely no excuse. I mean, I agree.
That's fair.
It's getting ridiculous, man.
Yep. I'd agree.
What more do we need, man? What more do Yep, and I don't disagree. Sua's got some good things again, but he said Sark can't win the big game, unfortunately. He's had way too many chances to get it done today and found a way to lose. Now, the real question is, if Beck can't go, does the FSU rule apply to Georgia, or is it all of a sudden different now? Y'all made the rules, remember, not us. I agree. And I think the committee was in a tough spot at that point, because Georgia won the championship. So,
yeah.
What if Georgia goes out there and gets boat raced with their backup quarterback still like shit?
Could happen.
So, I don't know.
I think it definitely could happen.
Yeah, I agree with this guy. We got the playoff committee watching these games, watching conference championships Saturday.
Yeah,
No
I saw
beers,
this.
no wings, no chip dip. I can't trust any of them. Look at this. What? Like we're in study hall.
I know. It's
First
just
of all,
bullshit.
what the hell are we standing for? All right, sit your ass down. Watch ball. Butts in seats.
Yeah, we know at least all right, if you don't want it, have a beer or whatever, be impaired for your get a Dr. Pepper. We don't have no DP, no nothing. Not even a Sprite. There's no Sprite in sight.
Fucking Perrier.
We got Perrier, man. What are we doing? Bunch of pansies.
No wonder this was fucked.
Facts.
No wonder. I knew it from the beginning. It just had to be. Yep, we already went through college football bracket. Oh yeah, we got to hear Willie, coach. All right, Willie.
Here we go, Willie.
The 7-Eleven.
Come on, Willie. Come on, Willie.
I don't know if he owns a TV at his house. Actually,
Oh, we did not get in, Willie. Come on. No, we didn't get in. Didn't he get in the daggone playoffs, Willie?
Yeah, we are. They didn't do us right.
Well, we lost 3 games.
We still got to be in there. We
Well,
are the greatest.
well, if we wouldn't have lost some games, though, that's what killed it. They killed us out.
That's the reason they got to go out there and play daytime football.
Every week they got to play time football.
Got to go out there and play.
And we didn't do it.
Walk around with your finger in the ear.
Can't.
That sucks, don't it, Willie?
That sucks.
Sucks.
I don't know if they got problems. They can't get along with each other. I don't know what it is, but everybody needs to get everything straightened out.
That sucks, don't it, Willie?
That sucks. We could have been in there if they went out there, played and lost to unranked teams.
That's right.
Alabama ain't never scored 3 points in a damn ball game.
That's why we ain't in.
That's why we ain't in. To Oklahoma. What ain't ranked, we should have whooped them like a whooped dog.
You ain't happy.
I ain't happy.
How about Vandy?
I ain't over that now.
Should have whooped him like a whooped dog.
I'm in this story.
We still don't give a piss about nothing but the time.
We love the time.
But they got tightened up.
Then I get better. They will. Roll time, roll. We love it.
Speaking of being fans of our team, you saw where USC is going to play?
Oh my God.
Back where it all began.
I'm so worried. Did you see who we drew?
A&M, baby. But it's right back in Vegas, Allegiant Stadium, where it all began.
Back in the beginning,
Back in the beginning,
where it all
man.
felt so magical.
Where
like
it felt beautiful.
maybe there's a chance.
Wait, Bama's playing Michigan?
Oh shit.
That's that's crazy.
That's
South
a tough
Carolina,
draw.
Illinois, that's the game of the bowls right there. Sign me up for that shit.
I think this might have been the best video I've seen with Georgia's defense gets a stop on second down. Georgia's banned.
And a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4.
They do that shit every single
Every
time. on
time,
NCAA,
every
man.
time.
I'm looking at my TV and I can feel it, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I
Like,
gotta
this shit
dial
is real right here.
I gotta dial some shit up. Oh man. I love that it's going back to Vegas, but boy, I don't know that I like our chances against A&M, man.
No. I think it could be a loss. Could be a losing season for the boys.
Could be, but at least they'll go out in a happy fashion.
Sure.
Couple Jello
Sure.
shots. Well, actually, gentlemen, don't order the Jello shots from the side of the pool. Okay?
No.
They taste horrible.
They're
Bring
not
your own.
they are not
pre-made,
good.
Like
Yeah.
they're bad. So I guess we had a bracket breakdown and a resident Buckeyes fan, Ohio's Dave, to discuss the draw. So let's see what's going on here.
Do we have our other Ohio State fan?
Yeah.
Ready to go?
We're going to have Ohio State people.
Ohio's Dave.
Jesus.
I would like to hear what he has to say.
Hmm.
Ohio's Dave, how do you like your matchup? Is he on?
No, I mean, I think we have a chance to run the table. I really do, because I
Just a
think
fan.
To quote Evan McDowell, we don't have to play Michigan, so we
There
can
you
beat
go.
anybody on that schedule. We beat everybody. I was 47-1 in the conference, 1-4 against Michigan. It doesn't matter. That's the bigger thing. I won't be surprised if we win this national championship, but it's a paper tiger championship. It's made of tin and weak material. What are we going to do with that? Our season was over last Saturday in Columbus in the Horseshoe when that flag was planted. I haven't been able to sleep 1 minute. I know Tate feels the same way, but if you can't beat Michigan, who cares? All these other with it, that's our season. We say it from day one.
Remember when Tate Martell came out? What happened to that guy? Tate
Fucking
Martell.
flop of the century, bro. That guy was horrible.
He went to Miami. He was shit.
Terrible.
To be fair, he wasn't he wasn't a great passer in high school. He could just run.
Yeah.
And that usually comes to an end in college.
Yeah.
But that's the way things go. James Franklin, worst ever since 2000. No coach has a worse record versus AP top 5 teams than James Franklin. He's 0-12.
At least he won't have to play one in this first round. So maybe they will win.
Maybe you get one.
Maybe they will get one.
Oh, Kirk. I hate doing this to you, Kirk. 0 for 8 and 0 for 4. Come on, Kirk.
Yeah, what's going on with these guys? I've
on,
been
Kirk.
watching a lot of Falcons, but
I haven't either.
maybe it's a good thing. Don't want to see that.
I mean, 0 and 8. Come on, son.
We gotta do better than that, buddy.
Gotta have a chance. This was so perfect. I have never seen anything funnier with the Juan Soto news. The Rizzler said Juan Soto is Riz approved. And without missing a beat, Yankees fan Earl said fat piece of shit.
There you have it. There you have it.
Hey Rizzler, if you're gonna fucking get in the batter's box, just know there's some heat coming your
Yeah,
way.
you better be ready. Better be ready to swing away.
Oh my god, just fucking grown ass man, Yankees fan Earl said, "Oh, you think you're such hot shit, do you?" I still can't believe Juan Soto picked the fucking.
I know. Got the
Piece of
crazy
shit.
bag though.
Georgia Tech star wide receiver Eric Singleton Jr. has entered the NCAA transfer portal. I don't know if you watched any of this guy this year. He is an absolute unit.
Yeah, he's good. He'll be a good pickup for an SEC team. That's because that's
Yep,
where he'll go.
he's not going to the Big Ten.
No.
He's not SC. We're not doing that.
Booty.
General Booty has entered the
Back
NCAA
in the
transfer
portal.
portal. He's booty cheeks. He's very booty.
That guy's ass.
He is. It's in his name.
There you go.
General ass
They
booty.
fear he should.
Quite shit, unfortunately. Quite frankly, might be the bootiest quarterback. Just absolute booty cheeks. And just what I expected to see, Quentin Joyner has planned to enter the transfer portal. Yeah, we gave him 63 carries for 478 and 3 touchdowns this year. Got to think maybe we give him some more carries. He's got a chance.
Yeah.
And he led the Big Ten in yards per
It
carry.
was Woody Mark series, so
you got to think though, with the fact that we had 2 running backs that were the best in the conference, maybe we just run the fucking ball some more instead of trying to ice everything in the air. Just
wouldn't have been a bad idea, I'd say.
I've been beyond frustrated with this team. This is the first team that I just like. I took my Laverne standards and had to throw them on it because it was just like,
yeah.
If I expect nothing, I'll be pleasantly surprised by what I get.
Yeah.
And it didn't start that way. I started with championship aspirations, and it just slowly just started just getting fucking whittled down.
Slowly just died.
And died. And if they beat Penn State, you never know. Things could have changed. And they had that game, man. They had that fucking thing.
Yeah.
They're shitters.
They're shitter rats.
This is pretty interesting. So I don't know if you saw this, but apparently a Saints fan allegedly gave an OnlyFans model tickets to the game so that she could flash the Saints during the game to distract them.
Nice.
It's quite perfect that Jake Olson, thank you, Jake, replied, "Would never work on me, but nice try."
Nice.
So I started thinking about this. So he's blind, right?
Mm-hmm.
How's he looking at Twitter?
It's a great question.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
I also was sitting there again. I have some interesting thoughts while I'm taking a shit or in the shower. One of those two, shit or shower. S&S. Has he ever seen boobs?
No, he has not.
That's just a life I don't think I could.
Yeah, could live.
I think I could live. I mean, more
You
power.
don't think
to
you could
him.
stand it?
No.
No, that's fair.
And does he have to hold on to his dog to like let him know that there's a rack in front of him? How does this work?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's a scandal. Are we sure that he runs this account? That's my thing.
Yeah, that's a big question.
Are we sure? Are we 100% sure?
I'm not sure.
I'm not.
Book with with Engage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is it actually him? Like, is this? Looks like him, but it could be anything. Drake so far gone.
I don't know.
See if we can get. Not tough at all. How is he reading this?
That's what I'm saying, man. Someone's got to be telling it. Someone has to be telling him, and yeah.
Why do I feel like a piece of shit for asking these questions? But I gotta know, like, how are we doing this?
Yeah.
Who's scared? Oh. I don't think I've had more questions and been more intrigued with someone's Twitter than this man right here. Like, he's responding to Matt Leinart for finishing 6-6.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else has to be running this, man.
It's the only way.
But it begs the question. We never would think of these things, but at the same time, like, what has he seen in his life? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, true. I don't think he's seen any. I think he's been blind the whole time, maybe.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, I don't know if you've seen this from Mark Rick.
You mentioned being on the airplane. I'm technically retarded, basically, so I have a hard time getting my phone to work properly. So I'm challenged. That was not a good word. So anyway, you mentioned being on the airplane. I'm technically.
Coach, I'd recommend you take a flight on the Allegiant Airlines and you will feel right at home.
I'm technically retarded, basically. Nice. Okay.
I might be full blown retarded. It happens.
Right. Been there.
Probably not gonna get a job offer soon from a college team, but you know what? We love him for it. We love him. He's being honest. Yeah, this man might be a different breed. Is that the last one? No, it wasn't. Okay. You ready to feel like you're about to have a stroke?
Let's do it.
What's the last thing that made you cry?
Pepper spray.
What's your favorite book?
Rocky 3.
Do you like Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift? I love that dude. You know, I actually met him once, you heard, in Brooklyn like a year ago at a beef patty store.
What's your dream car?
Mario Kart.
It's a me.
Luigi with the squeegee.
Best advice you've ever given someone?
Yo, my boy Mike, he's a janitor, but his house is dirty. So I told him he should work from home, you heard?
That's sound advice. What's your favorite Pokemon character?
LeBron James.
What's your favorite fast food restaurant?
I'm gonna have to go with McBurgundy's, you heard? That's when you get McDonald's fries, you mix it with a Wendy's burger, but you go eat at Burger King, you heard? Because they cleaner.
It's like a Bermuda Triangle.
Exactly. Now you thinking, we on the same page.
I'm finally getting there.
How many books can a man read in one day without no eyes?
Are you dating?
Nah, I'm playing the saxophone, you heard? Of course I'm dating.
What's the best part about dating in 2024?
Free food, equality.
What's the worst part about dating in 2024?
I hate when I go out on a date and it goes great, but the next day, my wife found out about it.
Hate when that happens.
Kids,
It's the worst. The worst.
The McBurgundy. Oh man. Are you dating? Nope, I'm playing the saxophone.
Playing the saxophone.
That's it. And then, the last thing you need to see is an absolute dot from Homer Simpson to CD Lamb. What a ball. They have it? Oh, yeah. This shit right here, I couldn't do it. Like, how am I supposed to take
Yeah,
this?
how do I enjoy this? How do I? Yeah, I don't know. I'm out on this, and I didn't even see what it looked like, but I'm out.
I couldn't do it, man. I tried because they spent so much money on it. I said, surely there's got to be a chance. I couldn't do it.
It's shit.
You know what? That's all you need.
That's all you need.
I'm not dating. I'm playing the saxophone,
Yeah, there you go.
and I might be technically retarded.
Might be technically. I guess that was the word I would use. Like, yeah, no, you can't say that, dude. On live air. What are we doing?
You think some executive producer is standing there like, "There's no fucking way.
There's no
There's
way he
no
just said that
way."
right now. There's no way.
Surely I'm hearing things. You didn't do it. You couldn't
Yeah.
do it. Oh,
Idiot, man.
Uh,
Idiot.
Should see if he wants to be on this program. He'd fit.
Probably
in.
would. Oh yeah, he'd love it.
Yeah.
He'd love it.
All right, folks. No, Homer Simpson throws absolute piss rockets.
Hell yeah.
And if you're a Cowboys fan,
Tough.
let's enjoy that pain a little more.
The season is over.
Let's just feel that a little deeper, though. Let's feel that,
5 and
let's
8.
look at.
Just need one more loss for them, and then it's really chalked. Who's our last game? Just so I can. What's our next
Prepare a
game? I should
party.
say. Yeah, just so I can throw a party. Because if there's a chance if they go 9-8, sneak in. If they're 8-9, not a chance. They are playing at the Panthers. Damn.
Panthers been playing some good ball.
Panthers have been playing decent ball. That's a fair assessment.
Panthers are the favorite by 1.5.
Yeah, actually,
They are home favorite.
Whoa. Okay. All right, Carolina. Let's do it. Sounds good to me.
Oh my God.
Maybe they know Trey Lance is starting.
But then Trey might win because he's the backup quarterback.
Could.
But Mike McCarthy's fat. So do we factor that
All
in?
those things are true. Yep.
He
That's
looks
valid.
like he knows his way around a Waffle House for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like a double breakfast special.
Most definitely.
Fuck. I'll be dreaming about that food, man.
Oh yeah. It's spot.
All right,
Every
folks.
time.
If you're near Waffle
All right,
House, go check it out.
Oh yeah. Load yourself up. While you still can.
That
While you
hash brown bowl.
Well, you won't get a heart attack.
Well, you might, but it's part of the game. Chalk it up to the game.
Each their own.
All right, folks. Go get yourself a heart attack from a nice plate of food.
See you.
Deuces.